And I don't know if I can move this bucket over. No, I can't pick up the bucket.
The golems want their own guild.
The Empress spits out a date. What? The fat on his belly jiggles with anger as he says it. A guild? For mechanical creatures that have no souls? This is preposterous, and also highly entertaining. Guards! Bring the merchant representatives. We shall have a discussion with this intelligent golem. And bring me some more of those little pastries. They're really nice. The Emperor gestures you to sit in his presence. This could get. I'm giving you an opportunity to go somewhere with us.
Is it going to be bludgeoning damage or force damage?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. This is more going to be emotional damage.
Psychic?
Yeah, let's call it psychic damage. It will have an effect on the psyche and the libido. Oh, okay, that's going to be that could be a Constitution save then, anyway, couldn't it? If it's libido, it's like all the blood rushes somewhere and they just faint. Oh, Great Emperor, Great Emperor. I, Amid Bahir, leader of the Guild of Merchants. Yes, I know who you are. You are here every Tuesday. Today is not Tuesday. That means I have to see you twice this week. Get on with it. Yes, Great Emperor. Yes, Great Emperor, whose slippers shuffle lightly in the sandy dunes. He turns to the rest of the group. What is this we hear of golem rights? We would want our property back.
We can't. We gotta slay the dragon.
10 or below is a fail. 11 or higher is a pass.
For what?
I'm not telling you what for, because that will give away the game.
Save his ass.
Crit fail.
Oh, God. Good God. This game just fucking...
Sam, you rush over to the cleric as his body slumps to the ground. You kind of catch him in your arms. You have one artifact amongst you that will be able to help you in this matter. If not, this campaign may end here. And I'm not kidding. I've kind of been softly and building you up into the tension. Now we're at a point in this game, we're at almost at the end of chapter 2. We're at a point in this game where this game could end. You have one artifact in your inventory as a group that could help you.
I only have 50 feet of rope.
That's it. That's the one.
50 feet of rope, a toothbrush, and a bar of soap. And the soap's got a bit of rope on it as well. 51 feet of rope. You were getting EMF before. See if we can try another room. Oh, I've got ghostwriting. Shit. Oh, I'm out of here. Fuck that. I'm out of here. Screw that. Bollocks. Right, that one got a bit aggressive. Jesus. Eric, you've just invented the chicken bazooka.
Yes. Yes.
We always knew that you had a
special attack.
Brilliant mind.
Right, special attack. We have to keep a chicken on hand at all
It'll
times.
be XX triangle chicken bazooka. That's both of the bumpers at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
He wants to keep a desert hare as a pet. Yes, I know. It is a hare. Yes, I know they are food, but he is a golem. We don't know what they eat. They've never wanted to eat before. What else do you want to give him? I'll give him your mother-in-law. Yes, you smile at that one, don't you, Ahmed? And don't you start Dubai. I will give him your wife. She also does not shut up. This is the best meeting ever because she is not here. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I mean, if the golem's got the shits, does anybody need their driveway redone?
Just asphalt straight away.
Yeah.
Ha, asphalt.
All right, Eric, you get an inspiration point for that one.
Yes, let's go.
Well, it depends if he wants to rest and relaxation there.
Okay, first of all, well done for breaking the tension there, but timing's a little off. And it is warm under here because I am wearing a very ugly Christmas jumper. Turned on the gas now. We have an awful lot of fire now. Okay.
Lord King.
If I was a boss mummy, I would have mummy hose too. He needs some milk. Oh God.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm pretty sure this is how you would spell it.
Yeah, the guardian of the secret something or other, lord of the what's it, keeper of the thingamy. Yeah, most people call me Ferro Rocher.
Oh,
Get out of here.
It's a chocolate coating.
Chocolate and hazelnut crunch.
It is so
Show
rare
us
that
the
we
nuts
have
part in
guests.
your disown.
Please. Eric, sing with the family.
Oh, that's me.
Other side.
Other side? Oh,
Other
right,
side.
okay.
Oh.
Oh.
We're all,
I had it
we're
right
all
the
different
first time.
perspective. Omar, tell us which one's right.
As
I
the
didn't make a single
as you
mistake. I know that.
as you all look up towards where the top of the mast would be, you begin to see this whirlpool growing above.
you need a chicken bazooka that plays like a little jingle, but like a metal jingle when it gets fired.
If we're going for
That
thrash
would-
metal, then we need the dragon on vocals.
Comes in singing.
Mm,
I still haven't decided on a feat.
I need to teach him wizard's knob. Wizard's
Yes.
staff.
Oh,
It's gonna be
wizard's
called
staff has
Wizard's
a
Knob,
on
though.
the end. It does. It does.
Yeah, he needs to learn that.
Okay, good evening,
Well,
stream.
I imagine a bard in the Discworld is gonna know wizard staff.
Well, he better.
I mean, any bard worth his salt is gonna know wizard staff for
If
sure.
anything,
I'll be a disappointed rogue.
if anything, given that he's a magic user but is not allowed to be a wizard, he can only be a bard. He'll probably sing it extra sarcastically.
Yeah, it's a good point.
There's only the Premier are allowed to be wizards. I've just found the link. I'm just going to send it to him on Discord. Homework for next week. Right, stream, good evening. We're just waiting for Mark to join us. I'm not sure if we've got Dustin, and Sam's a little under the weather still, so she is joining us virtually. Yes, last week was an interesting one. Last week, our players ended up in the Orichalcum because they couldn't think of anything better to do. So they finally, after 21 episodes, remembered that they have these rings that will allow them to travel back in space and time to the Discworld's greatest ever library.
Hey, in our defense, we have thought about it. It was just like, is this stupid? Yep, this time. Yep. So then we just didn't.
Yeah, we always thought about it at the most inopportune moments.
Yes. Now,
Being killed at the top of a bell tower? Let's go to the Orichalcum.
so they were researching some information about golems and the history, the lore, some of the magic. Found out some interesting information about Mr. Pump and how Mr. Pump came into being, although that particular document didn't last very long.
Yeah.
When they were there the first time, the Ranger was not very good at refiling his paperwork. And some of those scrolls...
What Ranger is, let's be honest.
He's surprised he didn't wipe his backside with it on the way out. Or blow his nose on it. So some of the very ancient knowledge has gotten lost as it crumbled due to exposure to the air and finger oils, and the DMs are yearning for moving the story along. Our rogue, however, in her kind of occasional absence, spent most of the time looking at porn.
And damn was it good. It was all about sugar daddy dragons. You should look it up.
Just ticking off all the positions in the ancient version of the Kama Sutra. And
There was one that included the tail. It was great.
Yep, done that one twice. Did that one hanging from the ceiling. Yeah.
I could see Eric's disappointment in me. It's funny.
This one, I wasn't sure the donkey liked this one, but tick.
Oh my god.
So, we are currently crashed in the desert. The giant golden falcon that our players were gifted at the end of episode 22, the great power that was secreted in the tomb of King Tepikaimon I, aka Pharaoh Rocher, was a giant golden flying machine in the shape of a falcon. What was essentially his little pleasure craft, where you just hop in, fly around his kingdom, and then land again. Flying this thing has been a bit of a challenge. At the moment, it's been predominantly on autopilot. Or at least that's what the Golem Chem inside the Falcon states. But running it a little bit too close to the evening, and it being a solar-powered Golden Falcon, the vehicle started to lose altitude very quickly and eventually crashed in the desert. While they were waiting...
Why do we always crash in the desert?
Yeah.
Maybe we should make that into a sticker.
No. Why do we always crash into the
I'm going to
desert?
put Mr. Pump in a twerking pose, yeah, with his little rosy tushy facing you. And why do we always crash in the desert? And some pyramids in the background.
No, he has to be twerking against a pyramid, and we need a sandworm for that quote.
Oh, no. What we need is some mummy hose.
Yeah, the mummy hose.
Oh man. Did we get Google out of the Orichalcum before we left?
We assumed that you did. It wouldn't have taken you much
Alright.
to go back in there and grab him.
Yeah.
But we didn't discuss the current state that Google is in, so I'll talk about that once we get started.
I just imagined, because we didn't talk about it when we left. I remembered after we left the Orichalcum, and I just imagined we all teleport back and go,
We forgot the
put the
box
ring back
again.
on.
To be fair, it's better than Brian leaving him trapped in a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. While we wait for Mark, I'm gonna get rolling on our little intro. I know Mark's normally at work until about 4:30, isn't he? So he should be getting in unless he's hit a bit of traffic. So, episode 24. Yeah, we're in episode 24 now. The Discworld. A flat disc sitting on the back of 4 great elephants, riding upon the shell of the great star turtle Atuin. High above the disc, sitting upon a thundercloud, because, drama, a dark-robed figure and his horse observes the actors below. Weak! Oh yes, and his rat. I am no longer certain that this troubles me. Squeak? Yes. It is our nature to see everything that could and will occur. But with these few, there are too many branches. Too much chaos. Squeak? Yes, I believe you are right. It may soon be time for us to ride out once more. There is a clap of thunder. Drama. Squeak! No, it is not a giant chicken. Squeak! Now that is an interesting question. One of the many existential conundrums. Which came first? The giant golden bird or a giant golden egg? Curious. Squeak! Yes, indeed, huge slices of toast. Death stands, adjusting the saddle and reins of his pure white steed, and then climbs atop Binky. Come now, Binky. We must go see the milkman.
What?
That will be Runny Soak. And so begins chapter. Oh, by the way, I did find a great golden falcon on Google. It does look like a giant chicken. I think it's somewhere in Dubai.
Of course it's in Dubai. That doesn't surprise me.
But I like to print these little bits off because it reminds me of where we are. Okay, you have returned from the Orichalcum, eventually with Google. It's like, you just like, yeah, I've got to go back. I forgot my keys. Somebody forgets an umbrella. You forget a magical image that's the source of all knowledge in this universe.
Right. I forgot my phone.
It's like, damn it, you never go to the drive-thru. They always screw you at the drive-thru.
Just imagine that Mr. Pump just like, wait, hang on. Yeah, I left Google.
Barbecue. If there's a giant chicken, there must be barbecue sauce.
As delicately as possible, trying to lift the lid on the box without breaking.
So let's assume that you briefly teleport in. You shout for Google. There's the little blue streak, and the box lid snaps shut, and you hear the bolt shoot across.
How could you leave me?
At that, you teleport back.
Is Google overheated? Did we overclock Google?
Google will be performing several extensive updates.
Oh no, do we need to restart them? Is it like a Windows update? Can I postpone it?
The little hatch pops open and a little hourglass pops up spinning on a little stick.
Can we change? Can we have the updates in 5 hours? I would like to do the updates at 2 a.m, please.
Please do not turn off your device during this update. the hand and the card comes back down. So it is very late in the evening. The sun is well and truly set. The stars are out in force. And you have made camp at the feet of the Golden Falcon. Were you sleeping inside the Falcon? Because it's kind of up at a
we
weird
couldn't get
angle,
out.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
We couldn't
Yeah,
get
we
out
could-
because there's no power.
Ah, yes. So you are stuck inside the Falcon at a weird angle, so you've all slid down into the arse end of it, and you're kind of leaning up against the walls.
We probably just all snuggled up on Mr. Pump, just like curled up. He's like the stationary.
Maybe if
that
I
we
lay the
could
right
find.
way, I can make a flat surface.
Probably.
You're an animated rock. And not even a soft one. It's not even
An
like
animated
80s
rock
hair
on
metal.
a flying on a disc that's sitting on the back of 4 elephants and the back of a giant turtle flying through space.
Just
I
like
think we can
sucks-
stretch it.
Like sucks in his belly, creates a flat
Okay,
surface.
if you're going for the full soft rock vibe, you need to be singing some Marillion. Where's our bard?
All I know is that Mr. Pump will not have a kink in his back when he gets up.
Hey, let me make a note of that. Hang on. I can come in handy later. Okay, Mr. Pump, as usual, are you going to be taking watch? As the only one who doesn't actually need to sleep.
Yeah.
You will require some shutdown if you're going to be leveling up. And you need to pick your feat. Did you decide what you're going for?
I think the only thing, well, there were 2 options. Since I have the new staff, I could be a polearm master.
You don't yet know what the staff does.
It's true, but I like the idea of Mr. Pump spending everyone else's sleeping time being basically like Star Wars Kid with the staff.
Right. You also need to bear in
First
mind.
pole spinning golem.
You also need to bear in mind that this is me running this game.
Yeah. I know. The other one though was inspiring leader, which I feel is like the only other feat that was doable and made sense.
So wait a minute. When you say Star Wars guy, are we talking about this Star Wars guy?
I gotta switch over to the. Yeah, exactly.
I can't remember if he knocks the camera over or not.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike for that.
Oh
I
my
bet somebody owns that video now.
gosh. I've seen
Right.
them.
Yeah, I'm from the old internet.
Ding, fries are done.
Exactly.
I'm from the older internet. All mine was text and GIF images.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember that too.
No, you were
I
from
remember.
like Web 1.0. It was like Papyrus, wasn't it?
Inspiring leader. It's just I don't want to spend 10 minutes inspiring my companions. It's not something I can do in the middle of a fight.
I
So
know
does that give you like a soft glow?
I would also require him to actually make the speech.
Oh man.
Oh.
That's definitely gonna take 10 minutes at least.
So
Get
my
an
thoughts,
inspirational quote book.
my thoughts were durable, which gives you extra hit die to regain more hit points. Also increases your con. Grappler, given that you're a melee fighter, or heavily armored because you are already heavily armored,
Right.
which basically just adds 1 point to your scores. And Grappler gives you a couple of extra abilities if you're going to be hand-to-handing.
Well,
Good evening, Mark. Once you get connected.
I don't want anything that increases my strength because My strength is already at 20.
It's already hard. The one time you want to roll under that skill. Good evening, Mark. Can you hear us all?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're a little bit quiet, but we can hear you. You've also got Resilient. And I think the other one that I would have considered for Pump would have been Sentinel.
Sentinel, okay.
Things like Resilient, Tough, Well-Armored, it all kind of speaks towards Pump's character. But Sentinel struck me as quite a good one, because that gives you the ability to defend others.
I do kind of like Sentinel.
So for Sentinel, mastered the ability to take advantage of a drop in an enemy's guard. When you hit with an opportunity attack, creature speed becomes 0 for the rest of its turn. Creatures provoke attacks from you even if they take disengage, so you can still opportunity attack even if they disengage. And if they're within 5 feet of you and make attack on another target, i.e. not you, you can use your reaction to sneak in another melee attack. So you're getting extra attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
And you're almost, it's kind of like stunning them.
Yeah.
If you hit. So.
Oh yeah, Sentinel's nice.
So nice one there for Mr. Pump, especially given that you're wading in. But then again, you don't know what that that metal shaft that I gave you that you've been caressing does yet.
Caressing. I don't know if that's the adjective.
It's the word I chose.
The verb.
The DM says you're caressing it. You're caressing it.
Caress away, young man. Caress on.
Oh. Yeah. To no one's surprise, I did pass my course. I think it was like a 99.
Oh, well done.
Well
Because
done.
I got all the points for the practicals and only lost 1 point to a test question. Oh well.
I weirdly got onto the topic today of needing to redo my motorbike licenses because they've all expired now due to lockdown.
Oh.
I've also.
I'm sorry, I was getting water. I'm proud of you, Mark.
I hope you feel better. I'm sorry you've been feeling like shit.
Oh, I just need a new body. I'm gonna trade it in for a younger model. Wait.
No, that's something that I would say. You're still really young.
That's why I said wait. I'm gonna go from 26 to 24? No.
Sam's technically looking for a warranty replacement.
I know I am because I've got issues too. Holy.
Now,
It's
Mark,
within that 90 days, right?
Mark, the rest of us are definitely outside of warranty.
Yeah, I know. We're all out. So.
I'm waiting for them to bring out like the crazy stuff. Like, give me some robot parts. If you're gonna do surgery on me and replace some shit, at least do it with like high tech, advanced stuff,
cybernetics.
so I can be a crazy robot.
We have the technology.
They actually do have some of that because they were doing an expose on one girl where she lost both of her arms.
Right.
And it was kind of like an Alita Battle Angel where she got 2 like forearms with their hands on the end. And from what I saw from the video, it works extremely well.
Wow. That's insane.
It's quite scary.
It's getting there.
Yeah. It is scary, yeah.
Yeah, and then you need to get like mantis blades attached to them.
Yep.
It's like you turn up
Be
a
like the
barbecue and just
real-life
steal all the
female
food and run off.
Wolverine.
Perfection.
You call that noodle? Shink.
Oh, God.
Okay, so Eric, decide while the rest of us decide what you're going to be doing. You all need to level up as well. I think for most of you it's just stat points or an extra spell at this level. But bear in mind your initiative and your proficiency may need to be adjusted as well.
I do need to adjust mine. But even if we do get new spells, we can't get any new ones until we're in a town, right?
Until you'll have spell slots, but you won't be able to learn any new spells until somebody can teach them to you.
Yeah.
Now, I believe when you were in Ankh-Morpork, you did have some extra spells written into your books, and you had the opportunity to learn the spells, even if you weren't yet able to cast them. I did kind of heavily play on that aspect, that you will need to have the ability to do that. So if you have that done, if your spells at level 4 and 5 are there, but you didn't have the ability to use them yet, you will now be able to use them if you're leveling up on spell slots. So I'm giving you a fair amount of rope to play with on this one. But yeah, you're out in the middle of nowhere. You're crashed in the desert. There's not going to be a random wizard that's going to be wandering along advertising classes at a reasonable rate.
Oh, damn.
You know you're on sub-only chat, right?
Am I?
Yep.
I'm not going to run the stream tonight because I don't know how much this Wi-Fi is going to give me because it's already chopped a little bit.
How did I set that to sub-only chat? I was fiddling around with some of my encoding settings.
I can turn it off. I'm in the mod screen.
I'm looking at completely the wrong thing anyway.
Here, I'll turn it off for you.
Right. Is there actually anybody in the room that isn't a sub that's trying to talk? Please do so now. Otherwise, that was some unnecessary drama.
From what I can see, I think there's just a couple other people in the channel.
Chat highlight settings. I updated OBS. There's loads of new stuff on here now. Also, for those of you who are watching the stream, I have tweaked my OBS output settings. I'm capping at just over 6,000 kilobits per second. Audio should be coming through at least at 256, and I should be maintaining perfect 30 frames a second. I've probably got overhead to go to 60, but there's no need, not for this at least. So if I hit,
we're not that cute.
If I hit any like frame drops, do let me know straight away because I'm keeping an eye on this. But James Lee has been suggesting a few tweaks to make the stream more seamless and to improve the audio and picture quality, and hopefully this is going to do it. We shall find out.
Well, right. I have it on 480, so I'm not the one to ask.
Well, mine's probably on auto, so it's not chopping like it did last week, or well, not last week, but the week before that.
Yeah, the week before was pretty bad.
Just like a little bit.
I'm not even running because the Wi-Fi around here is terrible this year. Don't like it.
You've been okay so far.
Cool. Okay, well, enough procrastination. Let's get on with it. You mostly sleep fitfully. The weird angle that you're kind of all leaning up against a wall makes it a little uncomfortable at first, and you're sleeping against a solid metal floor or a solid lump of rock that has the ability to crush you if you rolls over in his sleep or has a tiny little nightmare. As the sun starts to just creep through the gaps in the pyramids and the mountains, there's a little thump, 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 thump coming from further up at the top of the Falcon as the Bun Bun wakes up and signals to you that it's almost daytime. You forgot about the Bun Bun, didn't you?
No.
I thought it was someone on the outside thumping on the window.
I didn't know we had a Bun Bun.
Okay?
Hey, you come back here! Hey, loading only! You must use whites on!
Parking in the red zone.
I thought about I just didn't think that the Bun Bun would be very helpful in learning how to fly the Falcon or find books in the Orichalcum.
Do keep that in mind that you are actually playing the Bun Bun as a familiar. I'm doing most of the Google work, but I'm leaving the Bun Bun to you. So if you forget the Bun Bun, you may not get him back.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I need to find a good because it's a familiar, I need to find something to represent him. Her, it, they.
We definitely need like a shirt pocket that you can just sit in.
Yeah, right.
It's not-
We'll just get it like a little drywall compound, and we'll make them a little spot.
There's that.
Oh, just do like a little balcony with some Roman columns and some Greco-Roman kind of keyed designs. Maybe a little kind of little Pantheon roof and a frieze.
We also need to get it a little
bun across the label across the top.
But it needs a little bell so that every time we do forget about it,
Friends,
it like
leverettes, lend me your
and
ears.
Jingles, and we're like, oh shit, yep, let's go, bud.
But yeah, I just don't have anything for like, you know, the its attack, and it's like it's information. I haven't done that yet.
The main thing is it's Eldritch Blast.
Right.
So that's its main attack. If you want it to like maul somebody with its teeth or claws, then that's not going to do much. But the Eldritch Blast is the
pointy teeth.
Yeah, that's called the Cord 5000.
Not in the ship.
Well,
not in the ship. Stay away from the cords.
That's fun.
It's a were bunny! Run away! Run away!
They're all were bunnies.
As the sun hits as the first beam of sunlight breaks over the horizon, between the crack in the mountains and the pyramids, it streams in through the canopy, hits a piece of golden something or other in the cockpit, and the entire Falcon lights up in blinding gold light.
Is it just gonna immediately start flying again?
It's morning.
Yeah.
You hear some clunks and some whirring as power seems to start to build up. The Falcon is starting to charge, but it's going to charge very slowly, and you need full sunlight. You've got one little morning shaft of dawn at the moment.
Plus, you don't have the staff in the socket yet, right? Because you took that out.
You don't. Oh no. Yeah, I yeah.
Because you said you were playing with it while the rest of us were sleeping. So
right.
Yeah.
I was playing with my staff while you guys were sleeping.
How hard do you have to rub it to get the runes to show up?
It only works when you stick it in the hole.
That's what she said.
Oh gosh.
So at the moment, the staff is about the size of a small flashlight. When you picked it up and used it in the control column of the Falcon, it extended to about 2 feet long to be a control stick. And it extended completely seamlessly.
I saw it on your face. I saw it on your face before you even said it. Oh.
Okay, after a little while longer, more of the sun starts creeping over the horizon, flooding the cockpit above you with daylight, and the whirring noises inside the Falcon get much, much higher pitched. They turn from a slow, grinding whir to a much higher pitch tone until they're almost a whistle that's barely audible. Power starts to flow back into the craft, and suddenly the Falcon stands up straight. Its wings tuck in. The floor that you were lying on is kind of converts back into stairs. And you're all tumbled down into the bottom.
Okay, so is the hatch open?
The hatch isn't open, no.
Okay.
That would be unsafe, especially in this neighborhood.
So I can get to the... Okay, so we don't want to open the hatch?
That's up to you.
Should we try to open the hatch?
I mean,
Well, isn't Bun Bun outside?
No.
I
No
thought
bun
there
buns
was
with us.
thumping outside.
I mean, you can
Oh, was
stick
it?
Him.
you can stick your head out, and you'll probably find that you're up on bricks or something. It might not be the best neighborhood.
I thought we crashed in the desert.
Yeah, but is Bun Bun outside?
No,
'Cause
no,
I
he's
thought-
inside. He's inside.
Yeah. Okay. So
Maybe
Do-
it's a beautiful neighborhood.
Lots of friendly folks.
yeah.
should we just try and fly this thing again, or should we try and open the hatch?
Do we know how to fly it properly before we almost die again?
Maybe
We can learn. I can.
Yeah.
I have
Wouldn't it be
plans.
safer to learn on the ground, the
I mean,
air?
you can't really.
But we know what forward and back and side to side is. We kind of need to learn the other buttons, like
Right.
what puts it up and down.
This is flying a giant golden chicken, Sam. You're not doing the bark man.
Well, Pump knows the tricks of the Falcon, right?
Everybody
Pump?
back and forth and side to side.
He doesn't know how to read the consoles yet, but that's where I'm going to
Well,
come in.
But he knows
Well,
some
isn't
of
that
them
where
now.
Google was doing that? Because Google was kind of comparing all the languages together.
Yeah.
Was he? That's right. He was.
Yeah. Google was learning most of it.
Go Google. Go
So
Google.
Google has covered the majority of the Orichalcum
Yeah.
in the time that you were there, which is a massive data update.
Yeah.
If,
Google
if,
is.
if Google's mind held like the occasional kilobyte of data, we're talking petabytes of information being downloaded. This is the entire knowledge of mankind for the last 10,000 years.
Right.
Google needs
Well,
a
he
couple of
comes
aspirin
back-
and a long nap.
Comes back
He's
with
gonna
like
need
a
time to
deeper
collate that
voice.
information.
In fact, Eric,
Hello,
you
insert
glance
name
down
here.
at the little trapdoor and you see the little cardboard hourglass spinning round on its spring. It looks like the progress bar, which occasionally is being slid along by hand, is still at about 2%.
Lord.
Oh man.
Oh, the hatch pops open, the hand pops out with a little cloth, rubs it out and draws in an extra % and disappears.
Yeah. It would be funny though if he came back with a different voice, slightly different voice.
Yeah, because he's just more intelligent, so he just like deepens it. He's like, "Hello, insert name
Greetings,
here."
insert name here.
I'm sorry.
What
John.
can I
good
do for
morrow
you
to
today?
you, my sir.
Google's going to
Now
need
we
a
all
monocle.
just sound like Omar.
He's now Ask Jeeves.
I'm sorry, mister. I can't do that right now. Open the chicken doors, Hal.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Mr. Pump.
How immature of you, rogue.
While you're kind of pondering, you hear a coming from outside as somebody bangs on the hull of the Falcon.
Lovely.
Lydia, welcome.
Well,
Hey, Lydia.
Hey, you can't park here.
Hello.
okay. Do we want to open the hatch and deal with that, or do we just want to try flying? Because we know we can get it off the ground, and it's just going to fly in circles.
Can you? Get it
There's
off the
no
ground.
way to see what's outside. Right now?
I mean, we can go look out the window.
You have a couple of shafts of dawn light hitting the head of the Falcon. You're not going to be fully charged yet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can we see anything out the window? Can I see anything out the window?
You'd have to climb all the way up into the cockpit and kind of stick your head out. But you can see in front of you. You can't see straight down.
Hmm.
It's like Concorde. They've got to lower the nose for landing.
Mhm.
All right, so I guess we should just. Should we just try? Should we try and open the hatch?
Yep.
All right.
I'll go first. I'll sacrifice myself.
Well,
If
we
it's a
gotta use.
crazy
We have
person.
to use the same thing that we used last time. The thing at the back with the the turny thing
Little
with the.
dial thingy.
Do I
But
need to
don't-
roll like?
But don't you have to?
Yeah. Do I need to roll like? What is that? Is it intelligence?
I'll give you
Investigation.
To
a.
rem-
We'll make an
to
intelligence roll,
remember?
but it'll be a very easy one because you've done it already once before, even if by accident.
Yeah.
Just need to see if you can remember how to do it.
I know I'm gonna know which ones are open and closed. I just don't know which one specifically is the door. Probably.
If you accidentally deploy the wings and catapult this whoever it is outside banging on the hull.
Mhm.
That'll teach
You
them.
can't park here.
The hell you say?
This is an assault on a citizen of the city. I'm
All right.
not okay with this.
So an intelligence check,
Saving throw.
saving throw. Okay.
Yeah. I'll make it easy for you.
Wait, I just want to check something because while I was looking at my notes, I had something. Yes, I have an extra D4 to saving throws and attack rolls that I got for something. It's in my notes for some reason.
That was one of the spells that I cast.
Yeah, that
Was
was
it?
That's like bless or guidance. or
Oh,
something
okay, then
like
I'll
that.
get rid of that.
Yeah, it's from a bless. Because a bless you get like
That's
an
right.
extra die 4
That's
on
right.
death saves.
Mhm.
Which
I
is
think it was
handy. We'll
with
have to
attacks
remember
as
that one.
well.
Yeah, last roll-
Anyway, okay,
roll.
12. So a 9.
Okay, you kind
Wow,
of
so-
hold your hand up against the panel in the wall, and you kind of make the funny gestures. You, after a second, you see the glowing ring of symbols appear under your hand. You kind of spin it to the left and spin it to the right, looking at the display, trying to figure out how one looks familiar. You do what you think is the door, and you just hear the grinding noise as the wings and the flaps extend. No. Move to the next one. And after a moment, you see the kind of hatch slide open in the Falcon's lower belly, and the stairs extend down. There is a kind of greasy-looking man wrapped in robes, sitting on a camel. He looks a bit surprised. I have never seen such a thing shit out of a chicken before. Normally they come in eggs. What are you?
It's a live birth.
Evening, T-Roy.
It's Falcon.
Okay, let's give T-Roy a little shout out and a clip. That is actually working. Yes, it is. Excellent. I can't hear anything, but it apparently is working.
So it actually already did one when I shouted him out before, so it must work for both of your shout outs.
Good. That was actually the plan.
Okay.
Yay.
So shout out clip audio. I need to turn that on so that will work next time. because I have that muted. That will work that. Let's get rid of all the other audio items that we're not using. Hide. There we go. Right. Yeah. This great big chicken must be worth a lot, yeah?
It's Falcon.
It's big, it's yellow, it looks like a chicken. The camel kind of lazily swings his head over to you as well.
Can I pet the camel? I want to pet it. It deserves petting. It's worked so hard.
Careful it doesn't spit in your face.
That's okay. What else do camels like? Do we have stuff that camels like? We can give a sausage.
Baklava.
Where are we?
Baklava.
You in the desert? That's a stupid question. Where are
Okay,
you wanting to be?
Where are you from?
I am also from the desert. Another stupid. Bloody
So
tourists.
there's nowhere specific you sleep?
In the desert.
What specific part of
He
the
got
desert
it
are
in
we
one.
in?
Yeah. The camel looks from its master back to you, and cud, as it just carries on chewing.
Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, so you are lost in the great desert, in a giant chicken.
I didn't say that.
Well, this is the desert of Ur. That way is the Dajjal. That way is Omnia. That way is Syriat.
I look over at Pump. Is that not what I said? Is that not what I asked?
I was about to do the same thing. See, I told you I knew where we were.
Homer, while this is all going on, I'm going to go up to the cockpit. Now, you said the panels were lighting up and all the stuff was popping up on it?
Things were slowly starting to light up as the Falcon starts to gain power. The more sunlight it gets, the more power charge it's going to be able to take on.
I want to start my first fourth level casting of comprehend languages and start deciphering the panels.
Okie doke. Mark off your spell slot,
Will do.
and we'll have you busy for at least the next 30 minutes.
Right. I got it it's good for an hour, but that's fine. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So, what kind of gas mileage you get on this thing?
We just go on day trips.
Yeah.
Very flashy. Very flashy. What are you, some kind of pharaohs or something?
Something. Or something.
Oh, yes. I remember stories when I was a boy. My grandmother used to tell me how the pharaoh used to fly around his kingdom, but yeah, it was a long time ago. This looks pretty sweet. How many camel you want for it? My cousin, he's a camel trader. I can get you many camel. With or without fleas, totally
What
optional.
was the 1 million alpacas, I think? 3 million alpacas, I forget what.
Free Johnny Depp.
But Carl!
My camel stepped on a bee.
I fucking love the guy that got kicked out after she said that, and he just couldn't stop laughing. And he didn't get kicked out at that time. He walked himself out because he could not stop. Her face.
Do you know who the guy was?
It was
No.
it was his
It was
security,
Depp's
wasn't
bodyguard.
it? Yeah.
It was
Oh.
Depp's head of security.
I didn't know
God.
that.
He was just like...
I know. I'm so glad that he won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
There was a nice little video on YouTube where one of the jurors went on to TikTok and started answering questions from people. Completely anonymously, didn't show his face, but he was actually breaking down how the jury were responding to everything that was going on, and they didn't believe a word that she said.
Wow.
From the minute she opened her mouth and all the fake crying, they didn't believe any of it.
They all did, like, they talked about how They all noticed that when she cried, there were never any tears.
Yeah.
They all talked
Really?
about how her stories were all over the place, and there was a couple moments where like they were like, "Nope, this is it. Like we know from here. Like this is too much."
See, like, because I
What-
did a
what,
lot
the
of
shitting in the bed probably was the last straw.
Yeah, that was.
I
that-
did a lot of
That was definitely
podcast
the
listening.
last turd. Yeah.
And that was usually just a slang term too.
Yeah.
That's like me waking
She
up.
made it a reality.
Like me waking up really early. It's like, what would you do? Shit the bed? Yes.
I did a lot of podcast listening, and like just only hearing her, it was like some of it was almost believable, but then as soon as you see the way that she was acting, it's like, oh no, not at all.
The only way that I could properly, like, I've told you guys a lot about my situation, but the only way that I could properly tell you what this person is actually like is to show you all the videos of Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Matt couldn't watch it because it was like, it's like looking in a freaking mirror to my life.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That's another thing I heard from another podcast was like the amount of people that they talked to that said that they saw their abuser in Amber Heard and the way that she was acting and what she was saying.
The worst bit was that when she went out and she started immediately saying how this is a blow for women's rights and this has killed any possibility of a woman being believed in the future. It's like, no, love. You've killed it.
Yeah.
Because you made the whole shit up. And you cried wolf and you got busted. So
exactly.
That's all on you. Yep. Justice for Johnny. So, how many camel you want? This would make a very good wedding gift for my brother-in-law. But to be fair, I don't really like him that much, you know.
That depends. How many flying camels do you have?
How hard is that head of yours? How many times did you hit it?
Now you're starting to understand.
So, you didn't land, you crashed on the desert, and you landed on his head, yeah?
Yep, that was it.
These
Well,
bloody
sir,
tourists are crazy. They
we're,
just come up from anywhere. They want to splash their money around. Next thing you know, they'll be wearing the cultural hats. That's appropriation. And if I see you wearing a bedsheet, I will be very offended.
Well,
The camel
sir,
swings its head back at you and it looks up at the top of the Falcon, looks down at its toes, looks at what it thinks is the wingspan, and you see the eyes of the camel change from that of a lazy, kind of dead inside beast of burden to one of a mathematician doing quite complicated mental gymnastics.
It's like, is this like that meme with the woman with all the math in front of? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is very little known on the Discworld that the greatest mathematicians on the disc are in fact camels. Many of them calculating and recalculating Pythagorean equations thousands of times on these long and very boring walks through the deserts. In fact, many theories of chaos mathematics have come from the examination of camel dung. That's canon, by the way.
A new form of tea leaves.
I believe it. I really have to start listening to some of those books at some point.
Oh man, it's so good.
I think the point that we're trying to get across is that we're gonna keep our Falcon here, but we can definitely get something for you and your annoying brother if we ever come back. What would you like from far away?
Brother-in-law. And if
Sorry,
you could
brother-in-law.
take him far away and leave him there, that would be great. I'd be very happy. Yeah, thank you.
I don't think your sister will be though.
I'm
If you
surprised
can
you're not
tell the
asking
difference
Spock
between
to
my
boss him.
brother-in-law and my sister, great. Right.
Is there anything worth seeing around here?
Well, there's many deserts. There's some very interesting caves a few miles that way.
Ooh,
They have
freaking
some
love caves.
very interesting shapes in the rock. You know the kind of stereotypical kind of man doing the hourglass symbol of a woman? Well, he does it kind of sideways.
Well, it's because she's laying down.
Well, then you would expect one hand to be completely flat the whole time, but it wasn't.
My squirrel tingling starts happening, and I start like shaking, and I back myself up towards inside the Falcon. Have to go to caves. Have to go to caves.
Oh, do we need to like physically restrain you from going to the caves?
Now, you remember what happened last time we went to caves? You took like a little bit of a swim.
That was a long time ago. She's learned so much since then.
I have
Has she?
learned that I can touch buttons. I cannot swim in acid. See?
Or at least first you check for acid.
Yeah, just dip my finger in. Guys,
No.
it's-
You just say
ow,
to the
ow,
DM, can I check for acid, please? That's all you have to say. I played a game once when the constant request, maybe it was just me, but every time we encountered anyone, I had to stop and ask the DM, I would like to check for genitals.
What?
The DM started it, he let something slip, and we made him regret it for the rest of the campaign.
Oh my.
That was also the game where I got a Vorpal weapon, so basically insta-kill, and I was allowed to choose the form of the weapon. I chose it to be a butt plug.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And that's when I was playing the rogue. So I had a Vorpal butt plug, which just insta-kills. So you sneak attack.
No, that's not. No, you can't do that.
What?
No.
Totally homebrew game. Absolutely
What,
did it.
blow his head off? I'm gonna bottom out?
Yeah, technically you can't swim in acid. It just once.
You can always do anything once.
Yeah.
Okay, while this conversation is happening downstairs, our bard is upstairs looking over the control panel. Arlo has discovered that there is indeed a set of power meters. In the panel that's directly above the pilot's seat, you have a couple of what look like bar graphs, and they were kind of bouncing up and down while you were in flight. At the moment, they're all at the bottom, but they're slowly starting to creep up. So they're in the red stage. You remember from last night that occasionally they would be yellow or green, so it looks like they've got a fair way to go before they're fully charged. By your reckoning, the Falcon has 3 battery systems, one in either wing and one in the main body. The wing battery systems are specifically for flight. The body battery system is for things like life support, for power, operating the stairs, opening and closing the doors, things like that.
And notating everything I'm coming across.
You take a have you got like some chalk or a crayon in your pack?
I believe I do. I would have.
And just write it directly above it on the panel.
Yeah.
With a little smiley face at the bottom and a little wizard's hat.
Yep, marking down.
You can also see that on the main control panel, directly in front of you, you had what would have been your horizon indicator. That was the one with looks like a ball that was turning with lines going.
The line.
You have now deciphered that that is your attitude and horizon indicator. So if you're climbing, if you're descending, if you're rolling left or right, you can control the angle at which you are rolling, because you may not be able to see directly where you're going. You also surmise that the battery system and the way that the power in the Falcon works is quite unique. Gaining altitude uses power. If you're below cloud level, you will use power. If you're above cloud level, you do not use power. And if you're maintaining a glide, then you're actually charging. So only ascending uses power, descending does not, and maintaining level flight uses so little power that you're actually taking on more power in the daytime than you would use maintaining a gentle, smooth flight. Any aerobatics requires significant amounts of power.
Power.
Now, if you were to kind of fly into heavy cloud, you will slowly start depleting the batteries. If you were to, say, land in a very dense forested area, for example, or an area that's heavily fog-laden, you will not be able to fully charge the Falcon, if charge at all.
Right.
So, for example, if you were to crash in a rainforest and you're way below the tree canopy, you're going to have to make a clearing in order for light to directly hit the Falcon. It can illuminate any part of the Falcon's body, but the more body that's illuminated, the more power it's taking on, like a solar cell.
Right.
You discover that there are some controls for disabling the autopilot and going into manual mode, but you're not able to kind of really do anything without the control stick being in place. But there are some symbols that seem to represent manual flight or auto flight. The Falcon has been used almost entirely in autopilot, because the Pharaoh just liked to kind of joyride around his kingdom and wave at his subjects. And then it would just do a long, slow loop around the bottom of the Gel Valley and then landing in on the pyramid. Landing could be something tricky, because there's quite a lot of things that you need to coordinate. You don't think you've got any idea of how to do that just yet.
Not yet.
But taking off is relatively easy. You can take off in autopilot mode and then switch to manual, and then do manual flight control. As far as angles of attack, stall values, bank angles, no idea.
Nope.
Can I get
that out as we go along?
Can I get a D20 intelligence check from you, please?
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to do this over.
Or do you want me to roll it on screen for you?
I'm gonna use my if you don't mind, I'm gonna use D&D Beyond to do it to make the rolls.
Okay.
I know.
Is there a Discworld equivalent of Mormons?
How's that?
Of women's what?
Of Mormons.
Mormons. The Omnians.
Okay, would that scare him away? Would if we told the guy there were Omnians coming, would that scare him away? Om
20.
is the great bull-headed god. He's the one that believes that they are the only god and the one true god. He's the one that's actually been playing against you in the game, the gods' tables. The Omnians are the ones that do very aggressively spread the word.
Yeah.
I thought that was my job.
No, you just spread the word about how aggressive your god is.
It's a very important distinction.
Yeah, because I know is kind of a opposition to mine.
Very much.
Just Offler.
The dice rolled a 19 minus 1, so 18.
18, excellent. You find a panel, one of the panels on the right that had lots of little spinning circles on it. You're not 100% sure, and again, you can't verify this without the control stick being in and the craft fully powered up, but you see what could be some kind of weapon systems.
Does it fire chickens?
Ah, chicken bazooka.
Yeah.
I will scroll on top of on this area. Weapons? Question mark.
Perfect person to fly his pump with a chicken bazooka attack. Just need Sam there with a bag of holding open. And just reach and grab a chicken and pelt it. It's like a grenade
Fire
from
in the
a
hole!
World War One
They go
biplane,
dead
isn't
because
it?
they only last like 10 minutes. Only about 10 minutes of air in a bag of holding.
It's like somewhere over the battlefields of Arnhem in 1912, a little biplane goes ahead and... Okay, back to our folk on the ground. The passerby is kind of looking around at the camel. He's obviously appraising you as rather wealthy but maybe ignorant tourists that have gotten a little lost on their day trip with their fancy technomancy machines. He does kind of wouldn't happen to have any spare food or water in there, would you? It's like 2 days' ride to the next oasis.
Gonna give him some baklava, or should I summon him up?
I'll give him some baklava and sausages.
You would have done your create food and water the night before.
I did it the night
Yeah,
before.
so it's what, 30 pounds of bland but sustaining food and plain water to drink. I think it's 30 litres or 30 gallons of water. But it's basically bread and water. It's nothing particularly spectacular. If you want anything of any flavour, you're either eating Sam's like 5-week-old baklava or you're licking a camel's crack.
Both is very promising.
That's a spicy meatball.
It's a little salty.
Disgusting. It's a little gross.
Well,
okay, are you gonna offer him anything but baklava and maybe refill his water skins?
Yes,
Sure.
we'll
Yeah.
be nice people.
Okay, very, very, very grateful, Effendis. Very grateful. Yes, the caves that I mentioned, since you have been so generous, there was a legend locally of some kind of big gemstone in one of the caves. Many of the children go playing in there, and some of them don't come back, which is usually a good thing if you're not children. But if you go adventuring, be careful. I hear...
It's like Jewel of the Nile.
Yes, but I'm not some crazy Arab man that knows magic spells. No, Ruby. Big Ruby. But something about snakes. I don't like snakes. I don't go. Anything but snakes.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Go to cave, must go to cave, must go to cave.
It could be scorpions, you know?
I don't know what's going on because I'm working.
can I roll for insight to see if I think that he knows more? This is a terrible roll for me to do. I have a -2 on insight.
Go for it. If the audience wanted to redeem to each D20, we can interrupt that as well.
Yeah, why didn't you just ask me to do it?
Oh, I got an 18.
Oh shit!
So you have a vision of being a decent-
Which becomes
16.
He's telling the truth, or at least you believe
Yeah.
he's telling the truth about the gem. You believe he's telling the truth about the snakes, but he is holding something. It might be
How
that
much?
these are just children's stories to keep the children from playing in the caves and getting lost, but it certainly sounds interesting.
How much gold do we have? How much gold do I have? I don't have any
Get a
in
whole
my inventory. I
Falcon's
can't
worth.
carry gold.
Gold?
You just don't chip anything off the ship, yeah?
No. No. Hold on. I'm gonna talk to this dude for a second. So what else can you tell us about these caves, first of all?
The caves. Well, they're very old. I used to play there with my friends when I was a young boy, but once you go too far in, there's many snakes. So we were not stupid, you know. We were not stupid. One of the caves is a little bit bigger. It is when you will see it from outside. The track takes you to within a half a mile of the cave mouth, and you can see that it looks like it has two great big eye sockets, like you are walking into the face of a skull. That's
Do you
one I
know-
stay away from.
Big eye sockets.
You've never been in that one specifically?
No, no. There's nothing there but sand and maybe some snakes. It's just stories to keep away the children.
Look, darling, I can
Oh,
tell you're a
darling,
really, really nice dude. And for really nice dudes, we love to give extras, but only when they tell us the truth. So if there's anything else that you would love to tell us about these caves, now is the time.
What kind of extras?
What kind of extras do you want? And I'm talking money, food, water, not extras. So keep your whatever staff wizard's
so
knob in your pants.
No extras. No extra?
Don't
Oh my, I can't keep
even
it together.
try it.
For that initial recoil,
Pump is being like protective brother. He's like, no.
Oh. Hey, Taros. Oh, okay. Well, look, the caves. There is a legend.
hello there, sir.
There's a big ruby. There's snakes. There might be something dangerous. As far as I know, it is just stories told by the village women to keep the children out of the caves. Because you know, once the child goes playing in the crack, you never see it again.
That sounds like
Once
some
you go
terrifying
crack,
shit.
you never come back.
Okay, I have 5 Jade Gems here. They're worth 100 gold each. You can have those. And here's a fucking sausage for being a champ and a half.
You're being very liberal with Dustin's
Takes
sausage package.
He's fine. He doesn't eat them. He's not here.
How big are
Right,
these jade
it's-
stones? Like golf ball sized or tennis ball sized?
Golf ball size.
Okay, so he's kind of like cupping his balls there, staring at them, and then a sausage pops out. It's like, yes.
I put the no. I perfectly placed the sausage between the balls so that he's content.
Wait, you're balancing the sausage on top of the balls
But okay, Taros, I can do that, but I do know the
because you
value,
really
because I
don't want to
literally
get the
wrote
Frank
them
below the
down.
beans, you know, because.
No, I wouldn't know actually.
That's also a really old. It's something about Mary joke there. How'd you get the Frank below the beans? Okay, well, what else are you wanting to know from him?
I don't know. Nothing. How do I fly my Falcon? So nothing.
Ask if he has a pilot's license.
Hey, I'm doing right now.
I don't know what a pilot is, but there is a chicken farmer in the village. Maybe he can help.
Jesus Christ.
Marlo, while you're up in the cockpit, you've noticed that the Falcon is almost in full direct sunlight now, as the sun kind of creeps up over the horizon, and the power gauges are all coming up into the yellows and just touching into the greens.
I yell down to the guys, hey, I think we might be about ready to go soon.
I go in and take the chalk from him, and I draw a wizard staff with a knob on the end and 2 balls on the bottom on the wall, so that I can make sure that I have a piece of myself in the Falcon.
So you're drawing a cock and balls on the wall of the Falcon.
Yes,
Got my
that is a
belly
piece
into
of my inner self, not my outer self.
Okay, Just so we know,
Sure, very intriguing.
it's legitimately a piece of Sam's inner self.
It is.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
What are you? Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it.
Fantastic.
It's
Is that how
Omar.
you
He
sign
doesn't-
everything?
No, it's Omar. He doesn't need normal signatures.
Only Omar gets the cock and balls. I see it.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's 3
hang on.
circles, really.
No, it's not the only cock and balls I've received.
Oh boy.
God, it's Joni
Because I
getting
got
cock
one
and
from
balls.
Joni as well, where she kind of violated an onyx.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
jeez.
Yes, that's fantastic.
I just told her to draw something inappropriate on it, and that's what we got.
So
Right.
did we get any more information out of the dude? I missed that part. Like I heard that he said that he was there when he was a kid.
I know, but I'm naive and I think that he's telling the truth. So one of you guys are gonna have to threaten him.
Well, while he's kind of cradling his jade balls and his sausage, he points to the direction that the kind of rocky outcrop continues, and where he was indicating the caves are.
So has he told us any more than we already knew?
He told us about the skull place, which
Okay.
seems to be the main place. He said, "There's nothing in there. It's just snakes. Maybe possibly a bad thing. Just snakes." So I'm gonna say yes. And he said he didn't go in there and has not gone in there, and that's probably where we need to go. And there's probably something bad in there. I'm gonna take that side of the information.
Yeah.
Wait a sec. Sam also gave him balls and a sausage. No. Sausage, yes, but
Expensive jade
Heck.
balls.
jade balls. It's like gems. It's fine.
It's the ones you kind of roll around in your hands to soothe yourself.
Oh right, yeah.
They make a great sound.
Like
Yeah,
bit of a
if you
chime?
get the pubes tangled, they do make a great sound, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that would be a scream.
what do I know about Bun Bun? Does Bun Bun eat snakes possibly?
You've not really seen Bun Bun eat apart from just nibbling some of the food that you guys are simply... Look, this very simple food that the cleric has been producing. And he's just been nibbling away at that. He hasn't looked at anything in particular. There hasn't been anything around to eat.
Because I don't know if Bun Bun is a herbivore, omnivore. I don't know. It's a little bit different. Bun Buns I'm used to don't have Eldritch Blasts.
Or have horns.
Or one eye, right?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Unless they're
given
very
them all
particularly
there, Charles.
rakish Bun Buns and they've like, seen a bit of action.
Right. That's true.
If
Yeah,
one
I didn't
drops
realize we
into
have
my
a demon
hand,
bun bun.
I'll
I
give
am
it
the
to you.
scourge of Bun Buns.
All right. Well, I guess if we don't go to the cave, Sam is going to have an aneurysm. So, or Dixie rather, Dixie wreck.
A Dixierism.
Damn right she is.
Okay,
So we're going into the ample cave.
Well, I mean,
With huge,
Should
round
we?
eye sockets.
And large tracts of land.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just clear away the brush.
Right. Right.
okay.
I
Anything
really
else?
want there to be an oasis at one part of at the bottom of the outcrop. Anyway.
Okay, well, as you seem to be finished, the kind of passing stranger kind of turns away and kind of gives his camel a kick and tee tee tee, and the camel starts to slowly plod along as it's like it's kind of differentiating participles.
Probably should have tried to get more information out of him.
Like trying to get calculus out of a camel.
I mean, apparently they poop it out, so not that difficult.
Yeah, that camel was
You
a
were
nice
very
guy.
insightful.
I mean, I got 16. That was pretty. That's really good. For
It was
Mr. Pump.
really
That's
good.
crazy.
Right.
Okay,
Just
so-
imagine, guys, he's not telling us the whole truth, and everybody just like, what? Okay, Mr. Pump. Okay, sure.
What are you all talking about down here?
Don't forget to shut the door before you take off.
Right. Yeah. Oh, how do we do that from the outside?
Who's locking up ship?
How do we shut
Well,
the door
listen,
from
Mr.
the
Pump,
outside?
There was a dial on the outside too.
Was
Other
there?
keys?
Yeah.
Yes.
But does it only work
It's the
for
same
us? What if someone takes it while we're gone?
When
Well,
did
they
we
need to have a
find?
Didn't it
goal in
only
order
work?
It only
I
works
thought
for
it
Mr.
only
Pump.
worked for Mr. Pump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did we find a dial on the outside? Because when
That's,
we,
that's how you got in.
Yeah.
I thought the stairs were already down. Okay.
Well, now
All right.
there was a
It's-
dial on
it's
the
late
outside.
in the day
and
when we do
that's
this.
how
Okay.
you got it.
Oh, so you're actually walking across the desert.
Well, I thought he just said it's not far away. How far
Well,
away
you
is
may
this
be.
cave?
I'm just gonna pull out my carpet.
It's about half a mile. But, you know, it's a desert.
Well, yeah, but we could try to fly, but we might just fly right the fuck past it if no one knows how to land. We know how to crash. That's all we know so far.
Just gonna
So,
plow it into the dirt.
as much as
Um,
yes, I would love to fly there, I'm a little concerned on the outcome.
So
It's Mr. Pumps, Lydia.
Yeah, the giant golden Falcon flying machine is actually a type of golem, and it only responds to a golem pilot. So Mr. Pump is the only one that can fly it. Which means you're very unlikely to get chicken jacked in this neighborhood.
Right.
Such a busy town we're in.
And I have deciphered some of the dials and controls.
So, Marlo, do you think that we could figure out how to fly this thing at this point?
I believe I found something that refers to auto fly and manual flying. So, but I think units still need to be. And as best it looks like, we can take off in the auto fly mode, and then we can switch to manual, and then you can control it with your golden rod.
So you didn't find the down button or
So
the
I just
land
gotta-
button?
I haven't figured that part out. This is trying to decipher this stuff really gives me a headache.
So, I gotta press the right buttons and then stick my rod in the hole. Is that where we're?
Well, how did you turn this thing on before? Just stick your rod in the hole?
Yeah.
You gotta
Usually-
understand, he's a
Click off
golem.
right
He doesn't
roughly,
have a
too.
lot of experience with putting rods in holes.
He also
so
doesn't have
this
to
is a
worry
new
about
thing for him.
STDs either. I mean, the most he's going to catch is a bit of lichen or something, isn't it?
Well, we can work on this now, and then we can fly over there and fly low,
Mhm.
so that when we land, it's not too rough.
Just we
So a
we
controlled
point
crash.
Straight, we point straight down.
Sure, if that's what you want to call it. Old crash.
Falling with style.
I wish there was a
Yeah.
hop button. Like falcons hop on the ground too. They don't just
True.
fly. They should.
I've
They should
found
have a
that.
hop button.
Right. They can walk, I would imagine.
But hopping is cuter.
I can only do this
I
a
don't think
couple hours
falcons
a
are
day.
known
It's
for being
burnt.
cute.
I thought usually just starlings did that.
I don't think a 50-foot solid gold falcon is going to hop very well either.
And mind you, I've only been at this for now. While you guys were talking, the camel control dude out there, seller, whatever he was. So that's why I was working. It hasn't been very long. A little more time, and I can probably figure out more. But I think I found something that refers to a weapon array of some sort. I'm still
Okay.
working on that one. Still working on deciphering that one.
Baby got guns.
I know Gatling gun is the first thing I thought of when you said that before too. Okay, what if we like how many's left? How many are left to decipher? Because we've done more now.
About 80% of the cockpit still.
Oh,
What's the
Yeah,
fucker.
this is taking a while.
I want to check the update bar on Google.
Okay, you look down. The hatch kind of creeps open just slightly. The hand comes out, rubs out what's there, and replace it with 5%.
Cool.
The
good.
little
All right.
cardboard hourglass is still kind of spinning around like a pinwheel stuck on a stick.
You should ask him if he'll go any faster.
I don't think so.
I probably should just leave him alone.
That's fine. I'm just impatient.
Is there an estimated time?
Not that you can see.
800 days.
What's so special about this cave?
Sounds like moose-powered internet.
The Wi-Fi I'm stuck on in the hotel. Good.
Right.
I just got a
Oh,
meme
sorry.
from a friend here. It says Johnny Depp, the first man ever to win an argument with a woman.
True, and he didn't even win. He still had to.
You still have to
Still
shell
got
out
it
the
with
cash.
her winning $2 million.
The time you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
I'm still
I saw
confused
it.
as to how that is kind of. So, she was defamed, but she defamed him more.
No, apparently the juror talked about this in his TikTok. He said that they could have awarded the full 50, but they went with 15 because there were arguments amongst the juries about how much to award. So there was a compromise amongst the jury, and because his lawyer technically said something about her.
His old lawyer now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
They
the old
basically
lawyer
gave
fucked
it to her as a token gesture.
Pretty much.
Okay.
But
But
I'm
Did
so
they make
sorry,
the old lawyer pay
Marlo.
for it?
She won't be able to pay her part. Marlo, you weren't here. There's a big ass ruby in a cave over there. Apparently also snakes. Snakes aren't cool. I don't know how to deal with snakes. But I instantly thought fire. So that's what I gathered. That's all the information I have. Oh, and big scary skull cave and something big and scary. Also all I have. You're caught
But
up.
fire bad.
So, you want to go and attack this big fire scary?
See, I have no
cave bed?
idea what the big scary is. Maybe there's not a big scary. Maybe it's a big, comfy, fluffy teddy bear. But
Yeah, maybe it's
my
a big
instincts
cuddly.
say no. But there's a ruby.
Rubies are pretty.
Oh, I
sure.
thought she said roofie.
Well, you're
I don't know, I
probably
kinda
gonna have to roofie me if you don't want to go. So now's the time, guys. Let's go.
I can never say no to a lovely
Oh,
lady.
that was good. All right. So how do we get there? Do we try to fly this thing? We're gonna try to switch it to manual.
Sure, I'm
Yep,
sure.
let's just do it. I skip into the Falcon. I'm like, fucking Ruby!
Walk like a goat chicken.
We'll fly low. We'll fly low.
So we'll all get in the Falcon. I'll close the door, the hatch, the yeah, whatever. And
I'm going to buckle my seatbelt.
Yes, I'm going to as well. I'll be in the one right behind Mr. Pump so I can direct him to which consoles he needs to press.
We know there was something for landing gear. I remember that from last time.
Okay, so we should all buckle in and all cast Death Ward.
I mean,
You need a monk
Roll
with
or
like
just
group
you?
featherfall or something, don't you?
not a bad idea.
Hey guys,
Does
do you
that
know how
only
we
cover
play
you,
music
or-
as our ship goes down? We should probably get some music out as our Falcon goes down.
That was weird.
Yeah,
Kicked out. Second.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was weird.
Okay, so I point out to Pump the auto and the manual control.
There we go.
Oh, hi, Brian.
I look up
Why'd
at
that
I look
happen?
at the battery at the batteries, and I point above him. These 3 bars apparently are power levels.
Okay.
Omar, what are they reading now? Are they topping out, or are they getting close?
They're all in the green.
Yes, I see that now. On that, I have to actually watch the stream now.
Yeah, I glance every once in a while over it.
We should have power. The power will fluctuate as we use it. Obviously, we're gonna burn some of this power, get taking off. So.
Okay, so I will. We've closed the hatch. I'll put everybody's buckled in. Yeah, seatbelts on. I'm not starting this Falcon until your seatbelt's on.
Seatbelts are all in.
But I want a fun ride.
Seatbelt.
The bun hops up on top of the control cluster, looking out of the canopy at the front.
I know, like just stomping its feet back and forth. That's exactly.
Let's go.
It's like a dog.
You just see the little tail wiggling like crazy.
All right, so.
Okay, roll the window down.
just stick your arm out.
Very sick.
I'm just like so.
Right.
We start crashing. Roll the windows up. Roll the windows.
The only other Falcon on the Discworld flies by, and I give it a little.
That little thing jeeps do to each other,
Right,
like,
yeah.
hey, little nod.
They just flip upside down, and you're like, "What's the birdie?"
Well, if you ever notice, usually a lot of motorcyclists will do that. They'll do like a little sign.
What's the
when they
birdie?
pass each other.
They salute each other because they're all part of it.
I usually know they'll put their hand down like that, at least in the States.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, they do it here too.
Okay. I'm not sure if that's a universal thing.
Which
I
one?
think it is.
Huh?
Which the down wave.
Just the hand down like this?
A
Yeah.
motorcyclist.
Or sometimes you'll actually see a 2-finger and a wave down like that as they go past you.
Yeah. Especially in the UK. Don't do it the other way.
Right. So, yeah, Mr. Pump's got like one hand hanging out of the cockpit.
Sunglasses on. Got my aviators.
I wear
all right.
my sunglasses.
I will put
You've got the guy on the camel doing like.
He's
Like
got the
directing.
flags.
Yeah.
Do we have a excuse me, Tower, do we have a pushback vehicle for this? Okay, so I'll put my golden rod into the hole.
Roger, Delta.
Oh God.
Delta Bravo 235. You
fan
are cleared for
fiction.
power up and main engine start.
Thank you, Tower.
Okay, have a good solid hold on that too.
Oh yeah. Oh, both hands. It's a two-hander.
Double fisting it.
I'm so
Temperature
sorry.
is 21 degrees. We've got a 5-knot wind in from the west.
I put my hands to my mouth. Attention, passengers. Make sure all hands and feet and heads and, pump cracks stay inside the Falcon at all times. Thank you, stay safe, and have a great flight.
Attention. This is your captain speaking. Thank you for flying Falcon Air.
Go,
For
Lemaire.
our gold members, no. We only have
Keep
gold
your
members.
gold member out of this.
For gold members, we have baklava.
It's the only way this thing
Platinum
flies
members,
is with the gold
we
member.
have
Okay?
sausage.
Remember, the flight crew are there for your courtesy and convenience, but also primarily for your safety.
Are we gonna show how the seatbelts work? No. You'll find an exit at the back. There's only one exit.
Pump grabs
Unless
the
we roll
chicken.
down the window.
If you find that
In
your
case of
air
an emergency,
capacity has
everyone
lowered,
scream!
blow into the chicken, like so. Blows it up.
Oxygen masks will release from the what? No, we haven't installed those yet. Oh, okay, never mind. If we lose
Sarcophagus
pressure,
will
you're
fall
screwed.
from the ceiling.
Okay. Is that enough airplane jokes now?
All right, enough fucking
The
around.
real question is, does it have one of those oh shit handles that you can hold on to?
I don't think Sam has seen the movie Airplane before. We're gonna have to.
No.
We're gonna have to stick that on.
Oh yeah.
Surely you jest.
I'm not jesting, and don't call me Shirley. She's hysterical.
Is that where you got that from?
I speak jive.
Yeah, that's
You
where
say
that came
that a
from.
lot.
That's where they come from.
I do
Cigarette?
need to
Yes,
see
it is,
that.
isn't it? But that's
What's
not
the
important
bit?
right now.
What's the bit about the hospital? What's a hospital? Or it's a big building with patients.
That's not important right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the rod in the hole. Give it a twist. I think.
Okay, you place the rod in the hole and give it like a quarter turn. The spiral cut red kind of grooves in the base of the hole kind of light up, and the rod and the runes along the rod light up as well. Can I get right? We need some saving throws. Oh, we need some skill throws from Mr. Pump. Skill check time.
It's like saving throws already.
Yeah, sorry, not saving throws. The saving throws will come later. Okay, I need an Arcana roll from you.
Do I get advantage on this now, or is it just?
Because I'm technically helping him with all the controls, like by marking things out and helping him what to do.
You've
And I
marked
give him
stuff
advantage.
on, but you're not doing this with advantage.
Okay.
Not for some time.
We tried.
I'm really wondering if I should
7.
seriously do the death
Okay,
ward.
and a what are we? Survival roll,
Probably
please.
not till before the cave.
Survival.
So Arcana for flight and survival for navigation.
The 12 total.
Okay. You look out in the kind of rough direction that the Wanderer was pointing in, so you've got a rough idea of where you need to be going. Marlowe was kind enough to put some notations, kind of just scribbling with a bit like a wax crayon around
really just
some
want
of the
it to be
instruments.
Post-it notes all over the place.
That sounds like a good racket. You might want to get into that. You see the main instrument in front of you. It's about the size of a medium-sized tablet, and it's got the ball. Blue at the top, yellow at the bottom. It's got some markings down the side, and you can see above you that all your power levels are in the green. The toggle buttons, or the kind of like, well, these are like holographic buttons that are floating over the surface of the gold panel. Some of them, one of them's been marked auto and manual.
Okay. So,
I would suggest we take off in auto.
yeah.
So, as you've put the staff in, and the runes have lit up, all the panels have lit up, you feel the Falcon stand up a little straighter. You hear it behind you in the kind of cargo area, where the floor had kind of swiveled to make stairs, they swivel back and lock into place. So it's basically a straight shaft down to the bottom of the bird at this point.
Okay.
The wings begin to unfold, and the Falcon's kind of like standing there with its wings spread, waiting. The whirring sound has reached a nice high-pitched whine that you remember from earlier, and is staying there. The little hand pops up and rubs out the 5 and draws in a 6.
Forgot it was at 5%.
That's a pretty big service pack there for Google.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is
It's the autopilot.
2.0 right now. This is straight from 1.0 to 2.0.
No 0.1, 0.2, or 0.3. It's like
Yeah.
right to 2.0.
All right. So the last time I remember this thing just taking off on its own. If it was in autopilot.
Yep.
So we're gonna autopilot out
Mm-hmm.
from like in the takeoff, and then we'll switch to manual after we get
Right. Yep.
Is that what you're planning?
That's the idea. He's rolling. I don't like it.
Okay. You as soon as you hold on to the stick, you can feel the vibrations of the Falcon kind of building up through it, and as the wings kind of spread, the wings angle almost flat to the ground, and the Falcon has one giant wing beat and shoots straight up in the air. You're pulling about 2G, so it's not overly uncomfortable. It just feels like you're on a bit of a slope.
Okay.
You hear a whirring and a grinding sound as the landing gear are retracted into the body, and instead of the Falcon's body being upright, the Falcon's body kind of like, the head stays where it is and the body kind of like moves up into position behind it.
Yeah.
You are about 100 feet off the ground, and the Falcon starts to make a long, low, slow circle over the area.
Right. So should we try and switch to
Yes.
manual now?
Yes, I would say, okay, we are now in flying, appear to be flying.
Yeah.
Time to try to see if we control this thing ourselves.
Okay, what position is the stick in?
I'm gonna try to have it as straight as possible.
Okay. You're sitting. Are you strapped into the pilot seat?
Yeah.
And where are your feet?
How close is the stick? Would it be between
It would
like
be
my knees?
kind
or-
of. It wouldn't be between your legs, but kind of where your knees are.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah,
console
exactly.
is. You barely have to lean forward to reach the console.
So I would just have my feet planted on either side of
Okay.
the stick. Yeah.
Okay, reach forward. You press the kind of glowing holographic button that would be manual.
I think I know what's gonna happen, but
The red instruments blink off and turn green. Your kind of your central VOR instrument, instead of the runes being in red, they now turn green.
okay. Are we still going in a circle?
You're still circling.
Okay, so I want to try to. Which way are we circling? To the right or to the left?
The long, lazy circle to the right. You're
Okay.
you're gaining very slight altitude, almost as if you're rising on a thermal to save power.
Okay. I'm gonna try to pull it back towards the left to straighten it.
Okay, give me a strength roll.
Never like where that goes. 13 plus 5. That's what? That's the big one, right? Yeah, because it's saving throws. So 18.
18. Okay, you yank back on the stick, probably a little more roughly than you would have liked. You feel
As
the
usual.
Falcon immediately nose up. Not quite vertical, but beyond 45 degrees, and the kind of circular VOR, which was kind of tilting slightly to the right, the yellow section just disappears. The symbols start spooling down on either side of it as the Falcon noses up. After a few seconds, you hear a beeping sound coming from the control panel.
Okay, I want to counteract that. I want to try and.
Marlo,
forward.
you managed to, as you look for, you hear the beeping noise. You're looking for anything flashing on the control panel, and you see that the forward speed has started to decrease alarmingly.
Ooh.
You're almost in a stall state.
Level us out because I think we're about to run out of. Do I look? How do the batteries look up top?
Batteries look fine.
Okay. I think we're.
All right, so I want to try to
Let's
go
see,
the
level
opposite
us
way
out.
with it. tip
Okay,
tip
so
back down.
stick forward very gently.
Yeah.
The horizontal indicator starts to come back up, and you see the horizon start to appear again. Your speed seems to increase slightly, and some of the numbers that were dropping on one side stop dropping and now start climbing again.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Let's not do any rolls.
Yeah,
just
Pump,
yet.
do it like a pro.
Okay, I want to try and am I able to level it out? Is it level at this point?
You're level at the moment.
Okay, and I want to counteract I want to try and lean it to the left a little bit so that it's not turning anymore. I just want to try and get it straight.
Okay,
So
now
just
when
a little
you
to the left.
when you lean to the left, are you just leaning to the left and leaving it there, or leaning to the left?
No,
and bringing it back to
just
center?
enough to where it's not turning anymore, and then I would
Okay.
bring it back.
You turn the sticks. You kind of nudge the stick slightly to the left, and the Falcon starts to level off, and then slowly tip the other way.
Okay, no, bring it back. Bring it
Okay,
back.
gotta bring it back to center.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever
That's
played
what I
simulators
said.
before?
That's what I said. I said I wanted to go to the left just to level it out, and then I wanted to bring it back.
Okay. So you've got kind of straight and level flight.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I will look out the windows and see if I can see where these caves are, because I mean we have to start going that direction.
Okay, Sam, can I get a survival roll from you, please? In some navigation checks.
So now, if Mr. Pump was alive, he'd probably be going like this right now.
So yeah,
You will
pouring down
notice
over him.
the pilot has turned off the seatbelt sign. You are free to move about the cabin.
I'm not sure if I want to do that.
Pop up
I have
and-
to, because I know, and I feel like I should be up there to help him flight.
So Marlowe's the co-pilot, and who's the engineer?
Ha, you're funny.
Who's got arcane?
That would be me.
Mine's blank, so I have absolutely no idea.
All right, so you're both the co-pilot and the engineer.
Okay, Sam,
I got
That just
survival roll.
means you got a basic on it. That's all. You don't get your class like the what the heck's the name of that?
Proficiency or proficiency bonuses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
proficiency bonus.
Yeah, it's just a straight D20 and plus whatever your wisdom is.
So I'm gonna roll my Arcana.
Wait, didn't you just
Still
take
trying to learn
survival?
this fifth
Survival, yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because I thought.
Ooh, 19.
Well, I just rolled a
Alright.
17 for an Arcana check. I thought that. Which
Okay.
would have done the same thing for survival if I needed that too.
Marlo,
I don't think I've used these green dice.
you're
before.
getting a better idea of the layout of some of the controls. Some of the kind of circular symbols look more like gauges, indicating speed, forward speed as well as vertical speed. You've got instruments that give you options for landing, but you don't recognize what the words actually mean. Like you could, for example, you could read the word flaps, but you don't know what flaps means when it comes to flying an aircraft.
Right.
You're just used to the ladies of negotiable affection and their flaps.
Mm-hmm.
Negotiable affection.
I'm used to flappers.
So with a 19, Sam, you look out to the right. You've done almost a full 360 circle up at this point, and you can see over to the right. You've got that long kind of sand dune valley, leading in the direction that the Wanderer was pointing in. You can just about make out a little speck kind of plodding along on the sand. You're currently at about 500 feet.
How's the Bun Bun?
Unbun's having a great time. He's just kind of enjoying everything.
Okay. Are there any sort of controls for the feet?
Or the...
For feet? Should I be using my feet in any way?
then.
Tell me what you want to do with your feet, and we'll see what happens.
All right, let's just say I get a little comfortable and relax and like stretch my legs out.
Okay. So at the base of the panel, you kind of like stretch your legs out, and your toes kind of touch the very tips of the panel, and you feel the Falcon suddenly jink slightly to one side, and yaw. So you have rudder control on your feet.
Yes, yes. All right, so we're gonna straighten that out as well. Even out the feet.
Okay.
All right.
Marlowe, while he's doing that, you notice on one side of the control panel, so Mr. Pump sitting directly in front, it's only a single seat in the cockpit, and then you've got 3 rows of 2 seats behind him. You notice on one side of the main panel, just below and to the right of your VOR indicator, there looks like a slider, almost like an upside-down triangle. At the moment, there is a little green indicator down at almost at the very bottom.
Do I have any? Is there any lettering on there that I can decipher out?
It looks like incremental numbers. So, at your best guess, you guess this might be power or thrust.
Oh.
Okay.
Is there a way to? Hey, see if you can make that little triangle move up.
So if I just touch the triangle and just try to like push it.
Okay. You touch the little triangle and you just slide it up. There's a alert. And you're all kind of slowly being pushed back into your seats.
Oh, I just realized the noise.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell was that?
I thought it was vacuum cleaner. Only because I've got the volume down.
And suddenly everything goes silent as you're launched back into your seat. And the Falcon streaks forward.
Let's rein that back in.
The wings, instead of being straight out, tuck backwards. The Falcon's head kind of drops down and the chin kind of pokes upwards. And you find that under the intense amounts of thrust, you're starting to gain altitude as well. You're moving fast.
She said.
All right.
Pump, I think we passed the caves.
Have we passed the caves?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pull the thrust back down.
Okay.
To like what number was I at?
You went to about 70.
70. All right.
From where did he start?
At about 10.
Okay. Oh. Let's bring it back into like 20, maybe 15, if I can get there. We'll go to 20 first, and then we'll feel it out.
Marlo, can I get another Arcana roll from?
Sure. 11.
11?
Guys, is there a bathroom in here? Because I feel like I have to poop from stress.
8 plus 3 is 11.
Just hanging out the window.
Is there a small hatch that I can open?
Some poor lad down below. Hey, what the fuck?
I'm the camel guy.
Just do it in a bottle.
The camel guy holding his
Your shit
gems
in
and
a
his
bottle?
sausage.
Are you serious right now? Did you just say that to me?
And you literally
Yeah,
plus
haven't
the
you
bomb
seen
in.
that clip
Go
before?
ahead.
Of shitting in a bottle? No, I've never watched
Yeah,
this
it's
clip.
where the
Brian.
guys are driving and like
Oh, God.
there's like 4 people in the car, they're driving along, and the one guy in the back seat says, "Oh yeah, yeah," they're getting all excited and everything. Oh man, stop the car! I really gotta go. Really gotta go. Just use the bottle. You guys are crazy.
Oh my
Starts
God.
pulling his pants down, and everybody in the car is going like this.
That's disgusting.
Oh god.
Marlo, you where Mr. Pump had slid the value as far as it would kind of go, and it had it like almost like a stop at 70%. You make out the symbol for what you think is heat, or heating, or potentially reheat.
I relay that to Mr. Pump. It looks not quite sure. Heating? Heat. Something to do with heat.
Gets
Not
hot.
sure
Anything
what.
above 70 gets really hot.
Reheat sausages.
Sounds like a microwave.
Reheat sausages.
I don't know. Reheat us?
Reheat?
Keep us from getting cold for really high?
Defrost? Is this for the window? Is this when the window gets foggy? Is that what this is?
You want to? I don't know. I'm guessing. Maybe.
Have to have the little wiper blades.
This one didn't. I didn't catch this one as well as I usually do. I'm sorry.
Sir.
Okay,
there...
you managed to slow down. You've gained a fair amount of altitude in that very sudden burst of power. You hear the grinding sound as the wings kind of, instead of being folded back, they start to fold out again, and the wingtips kind of tip down at the ends to give you more kind of lift as the Falcon goes almost into like a hover mode. This is the kind of position the wings were in when it was just circling on the thermals.
Okay.
I'm going to be testing you guys on all of this, by the way.
There'll be a
Open
quiz
book,
at the end
right?
of this.
So you're at about 1,500 feet. You can barely see the valley below you. Sam's still trying to follow from the passenger seat, the little valley that the Wanderer was pointing you down. And you can see that the sand dunes kind of die away from a bit, and you get what looks more like a rocky kind of canyon.
Should we try and slow it down a bit more, or
Probably come try to get lower to the ground to find this cave.
yeah? Okay, I'm gonna bring the.
Stick it all apart and dive out the window. Feather fall.
I'm gonna bring it back down to 10.
Okay.
Sorry.
You lower the power. The fingertips of the very edge feathers start to coil down a little, and the wings kind of spread out and lift into a more like upright position, as the feathers are trying to catch as much of the air underneath the wing as possible.
How many controls do we see for landing? I know that we said that there was something for like, what did you say? Flaps. But I'm just wanting to know how many different things, not necessarily what the labels are.
In that section,
Yeah.
there's about 4 or 5. They do look like on-off switches that you've seen a couple of before. So it could be gear down, gear up. It could be flaps on, flaps off. It could be wax on, wax off. Could be paint the fence.
Could be whack
Okay.
on, whack off.
I want to try briefly flipping one of the switches.
Okay, you
So
flip
you're
one of
flipping
the.
off the bird?
You flip one of the switches. As you do so, this one, again, it's still like a glowing holographic projection floating above like a purely flat metal surface. But it looks like a little claw. Like a bird's toe with a little claw. You flip that one into position and you hear a grinding sound coming from beneath you. And then hear a clunk as something locks into place.
All right.
No, you can't look out the window and see what happened.
Yeah, no. I see. Okay, Eric, I know what that is.
Excellent.
I, Mark,
Does
kind
Mr.
of have a
Pump know
clue.
what it is?
Yeah, right. Do I need to roll to see if Mr. Pump would guess what that is?
Yes, you will. Arcana.
All right.
1.
Yeah.
So you just flick it back thinking nothing's happened.
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what happened.
The one next to it looks like, again, a little holographic projection of 3 of the very wingtip feathers kind of splayed out.
Okay.
At the moment, they're all kind of compacted together, but as you flick it, you see the 3 feathers splay out. Sam, you notice as you're looking out the window already, you notice that the wing feathers that were kind of up and catching as much of the air as possible, kind of the very tips curve down, and the Falcon's wings almost fold in like a parachute. You are starting to descend. You're losing altitude.
Whoa, guys, we're going down.
On your indicator, your altitude is slowly starting to descend. It's not spinning madly out of control like you're used to. Just slowly starting to descend.
Like we're used to.
You might want to nose down and kind of bank into a circling descent.
Lazy circle.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go with that. We'll just
Yes, that sounds good.
yeah, I like it. To do what the DM says.
Okay.
Yes, I'd like to
so-
not die yet.
Sam,
Like-
you can see the cliff edge, and you can just about make up some dots in the edge of the canyon that could be the caves the man was talking about. 2 of the little dots are slightly larger, and they're quite close together, and they're very oval in shape. So they could look like eyes if you were on the ground, but you kind of seeing it at a very acute angle.
Okay.
You've got no idea how much distance you've travelled, but you have been going at least in the right direction.
Guys, I think I see it. That away.
How many more switches do I have?
There's probably a good 100 and so switches in the cockpit.
No, I mean on the landing area.
You've got another 2 that you haven't looked at yet. Sorry, another 3.
Another 3. What do they look like?
One of them just has a hieroglyph, a symbol over it.
Okay.
And it just says attitude or position.
Hey, don't give us attitude.
Okay.
Also next to it, you've got a plus and a minus, so good attitude and bad attitude.
Okay. I only vaguely know what attitude is.
Next to that one, there is another kind of toggle switch. It's just a generic shaped switch, but this one says translation is no movement.
King.
Okay. And the third one?
The final one on the very far outside edge has a small little drawing of the Falcon, but the wings are tucked right in. Not folded as in like that, but tucked in behind him.
Right.
So no movement probably means like just when you're at the spot where it's like, okay, press no movement, we don't go anymore, there's no more descending, ascending, it's just
Yeah.
we stop. I hope.
Like maybe the brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably just my very bizarre childhood that the fact that I know how to fly a Harrier jump jet,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I learned to fly in a simulator when I was like 14. Definitely better at it than Arnie was in that movie.
Actually, the first model airplane that I did actually was a Harrier jet.
I think it was about my 4th. I got lumbered with the usual Spitfires because they were always plentiful and cheap. And the Spitfire kits always came with like 3 little pots of enamel paint, which is the worst thing you can give to a child. That shit does not wash out.
I had one of those too.
You need terps and a power
like a
drill to get that stuff out of the
scale.
carpet.
So like it was about 4 inches. So.
When I flipped that first switch, that was obviously the landing gear, and I failed miserably at knowing what that was. Is there any chance that Marlo would have picked up on that?
Get an Arcana roll from the bard, please.
As the co-pilot, I feel like that.
12.
12. Yeah, I'll let you have that one.
Thank God.
Hey.
Thank Offler. I don't want to thank Ohm.
Hey, I think that first one that might have been feet landing gear.
All right.
Argumentation.
All right. Okay, so I'll flip the first one back on.
Okay, you hear the whirring sound and the clunk clunk as something beneath you locks into place.
Okay.
You find that your horizontal speed is suddenly affected, and you start slowing down very quickly. Marlo, you notice that your vertical speed is also starting to increase as the Falcon is starting to lose altitude. So you're no longer flying forward, you're kind of flying diagonally downwards towards the ground, in that kind of long, lazy, circling. Just got to get it in the glide path.
Yeah. Do I need to? Because I need some speed. Obviously, don't want to drop straight down.
Do you want to go back on manual for landing or autopilot for landing?
But if I do autopilot, I feel like it's just going to take us back up in the big circle, because that's what the autopilot is.
Okay. But how did the Pharaoh land this thing?
Yeah, the golem that flew it.
Oh.
At no point did you ever actually stop and talk to any of the golems that were in the pyramid.
Fair point.
I tried. I did try, but they didn't speak the same.
Yeah, and you were talking to the one that the Karen had been berating for ages, hadn't you?
It's true. It's true. I wouldn't have
That was
wanted to
before
talk to
me.
anyone either.
Okay, give me an Arcana roll, Eric.
Okay. Yeah.
Do it with advantage. Marlo will help you.
Okay, 17... 14.
Okay. This is the procedure for landing. So, as you are kind of coming down diagonally and you're kind of circling around, you need to find where your landing zone is. You need to spot a landing zone. Make sure it's flat, make sure there's no rocks, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Make sure you're not landing in somebody's like swimming pool or something.
And somewhere where if we were there overnight, there would be ample like sun and stuff that we can make sure we're recharged.
Yeah, you don't want to crash through a forest canopy, for example.
Right.
Also, as you're coming in, you want to be horizontal, perfectly horizontal. So you're going to be using your rudders to move the nose or wiggle the tail left and right. You want to be coming in straight. You want to flare the nose up as you reduce power. Power needs to be down to about 10% for landing. And then as you get close to the ground, if you're spotting the ground out of the Falcon's window, the button that says no movement is hover. And the Falcon will go into a hover, and then you just cut power, it will just touch down on its feet.
Okay.
The attitude is the angle that the body is in relation to the head. So you drop the attitude so the body is upright, and then as you get close to the ground, you just go into hover mode, and then cut power, and it will just kind of touch down on its feet.
Okay.
It's
Do I need to write all that down?
Actually quite straightforward.
That's... At least at least half of that, I knew the movement, I knew the physical movement, right? But I couldn't have explained it to you.
Yeah.
I just know how it's supposed to work.
Don't get me started on torque converters and when you've got gyroscopic precession in a helicopter blade, it's just that starts messing with your head. I did learn how to fly model helicopters, and not the drones where they do it all for you. This is the old-fashioned way. You've got like 8 sticks on your control box, and you're learning how to fly a helicopter properly.
Yeah.
Okay, you safely touch down. You drop all your power sessions down to their minimum. You have used some power doing this, but you are still in relatively good sunlight. It's still early in the morning, so the Falcon will recharge while it's sitting there. The wings tuck in, and the Falcon kind of drops down into its kind of like slumped standing position as it deactivates. You remove the rod from the floor and the console starts to shut down, all the lights start to disappear. You've got just the basic controls above you that show your power levels still gently illuminated. And at that point, I think we should take a break.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan.
Ladies and gentlemen,
okay,
we have reached our destination. The time is morning.
We're alive! Any landing we walked away from is a landing that we've walked away from.
The weather here in Mysterious Cave area is dry and hot. All right.
Do we need to adjust for local time?
No.
We haven't passed 30 times. 5 different time zones going
Local
on
time is currently morning.
Yeah. All right.
Please be careful retrieving your items from the overhead bins, as items may have moved during the flight. We thank you for flying Golem Airlines. We hope you have a wonderful day.
Golem Air.
You may now put all of your appendages outside the aircraft.
Okay, we should be back in a few minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
He wants to keep a desert hare. It's a hare. Yes, I know they are food, but he is a golem. We don't know what they eat. They've never wanted to eat before. What else do you want to give him? I'll give him your mother-in-law. Yes, you smile at that one, don't you, Ahmed? And don't you start Dubai. I will give him your wife. She also does not shut up. This is the best meeting ever because she is not here. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
You need a chicken bazooka that plays like a little jingle, but like a metal jingle when it gets fired.
If we're going for thrash metal, then we need the dragon on vocals. The bomb! Victory to the bar! Rising from the fall!
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh.
I hope that came out properly, but
I heard it.
Turn on the gas now. We have an awful lot of fire now.
We can't. We gotta slay the dragon.
The blooms of 1,000 petals may fall at your feet every morning. Oh, great Emperor, why do you entertain these heathens? Why do you entertain these thieves? Shut up. I mean, if the golem's got the shits, does anybody need their driveway redone?
Just asphalt straight away.
Yeah.
Asphalt.
All right, Eric, you get an inspiration point for that one.
Yes, let's go.
You have one artifact amongst you that will be able to help you in this matter. If not, this campaign may end here. And I'm not kidding. I've kind of been softly and building you up into the tension. Now we're at a point in this game, we're at the end of, almost at the end of chapter 2. We're at a point in this game where this game could end. You have one artifact in your inventory as a group that could help you.
I only have 50 feet of rope.
That's it. That's the one.
50 feet of rope, a toothbrush, and a bar of soap. And the soap's got a bit of rope on it as well. 51 feet of rope. Eric, sing with the family.
Oh, that's me.
Other side.
Other side? Oh,
Other
right,
side.
okay.
Oh.
We're all,
I had it
we're
right
all
the
different
first time.
perspective. Omar, tell us which one's right.
As
I
the
didn't make a single
as you
mistake, I know that.
as you all look up towards where the top of the mast would be, you begin to see this whirlpool growing above.
The golems want their own guild.
The Emperor spits out a date. What? The fat on his belly jiggles with anger as he says it. A guild? For mechanical creatures that have no souls? This is preposterous, and also highly entertaining. Guards! Bring the merchant representatives. We shall have a discussion with this intelligent golem. And bring me some more of those little pastries. They're really nice. The Emperor gestures you to sit in his presence. This could get. I'm giving you an opportunity to go somewhere with us.
Is it going to be bludgeoning damage or force damage?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. This is more going to be emotional damage.
Psychic.
Yeah, let's call it psychic damage. It will have an
Alright.
effect on the psyche and the libido. Oh, okay, that's going to be that could be a Constitution save then, anyway, couldn't it? If it's libido, it's like all the blood rushes somewhere and they just faint.
Let's go watch a fight.
No.
Terrible people.
Oh, I was thinking something else, like Mr Pump picking up a donkey and squeezing it until milk comes out.
Milk?
No. No.
Not bun. Ho he, squish.
Wringing the donkey dry like a dish towel.
And then slap whose backside with it. Or is that just too locker room for this particular moment? Okay,
This entire moment was a lot.
we're going to call this...
Lord King.
If I was a boss mummy, I would have mummy hose too. He needs some milk. Oh god.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm pretty sure this is how you would spell it.
Yeah, the guardian of the secret something or other, lord of the what's it, keeper of the thingamy. Yeah, most people call me Ferro Rocher.
Get out of here.
With the chocolate coating.
Chocolate and hazelnuts crunch.
It is so
You
rare
show us
that
the
we
nuts
have
part and
guests.
you're disowned.
Please. Eric, you've just invented the chicken bazooka.
Yes. Yes.
We always knew that you had a
Special attack.
brilliant mind.
Right, special attack. We have to keep a chicken on hand at all
It'll be
times.
XX triangle chicken bazooka. That's
Oh
that's
my.
both of the bumpers at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it depends if he wants to rest and relaxation there.
Okay, first of all, well done for breaking the tension there, but timing's a little off. And it is warm under here because I am wearing a very ugly Christmas jumper. Oh, Great Emperor, Great Emperor. I, Amid Bahir, leader of the Guild of Merchants. Yes, I know who you are. You are here every Tuesday. Today is not Tuesday. That means I have to see you twice this week. Get on with it. Yes, Great Emperor. Yes, Great Emperor, whose slippers shuffle lightly in the sandy dunes. He turns to the rest of the group. What is this we hear of golem rights? We would want our property back. You were getting EMF before. See if we can try another room. Oh, I've got ghostwriting. Shit. Oh, I'm out of here. Fuck that. I'm out of here. Screw that. Bollocks. Right, that one got a bit aggressive. Jesus. 10 or below is a fail. 11 or higher is a pass.
For what?
I'm not telling you what for, because that will give away the game.
Save his ass.
Crit fail.
Oh God. Good God. This game just fucking.
Sam, you rush over to the cleric. As his body slumps to the ground, you kind of catch him in your arms. However, it looks like he's taking a shit. And I don't know if I can move this bucket over. No, I can't pick up the bucket.
Let's go watch a fight.
No.
Terrible people.
Oh, I was thinking something else, like Mr. Pump picking up a donkey and squeezing it until milk comes out.
Milk?
No.
Not bun. Ho he, ho he, ho he, squish.
Wringing the donkey dry like a dish towel.
And then slap whose backside with it. Or is that just too locker room for this particular moment? Okay,
This entire moment was a lot.
we're going to call this...
Well, it depends if he wants to rest and relaxation there.
Okay, first of all, well done for breaking the tension there, but timing's a little off. And it is warm under here because I am wearing a very ugly Christmas jumper. could get. I'm giving you an opportunity to go somewhere with us.
Is it going to be bludgeoning damage or force damage?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. This is more going to be emotional damage.
Psychic?
Yeah, let's call it psychic damage. It will have an
Alright.
effect on the psyche and the libido. Oh, okay, that's going to be that could be a Constitution save then, anyway, couldn't it? If it's libido, it's like all the blood rushes somewhere and they just faint. The blooms of 1,000 petals may fall at your feet every morning. Oh, Great Emperor, why do you entertain these heathens? Why do you entertain these thieves? Shut up. Turned on the gas now. We have an awful lot of fire now. Okay. I mean, if the golem's got the shits, does anybody need their driveway redone?
Just asphalt straight away.
Yeah.
Asphalt.
All right, Eric, you get an inspiration point for that one.
Yes, let's go.
Eric, sing with the family.
Oh, that's me.
Other side.
Other side? Oh,
Other
right.
side.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
We're all
I had it
we're
right
all
the
different
first time.
perspective. Omar, tell us which one's right.
As
I didn't make a single
as you
mistake. I know that.
as you all look up towards where the top of the mast would be, you begin to see this whirlpool growing above.
We can't. We gotta slay the dragon.
You have one artifact amongst you that will be able to help you in this matter. If not, this campaign may end here. And I'm not kidding. I've kind of been softly and building you up into the tension. Now we're at a point in this game, we're at the end of, almost at the end of chapter 2. We're at a point in this game where this game could end. You have one artifact in your inventory as a group that could help you.
I only have 50 feet of rope.
That's it. That's the one.
50 feet of rope, a toothbrush, and a bar of soap. And the soap's got a bit of rope on it as well. 51 feet of rope.
Lord King.
If I was a boss mummy, I would have mummy hose too. He needs some milk. Oh God.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm pretty sure this is how you would spell it.
Yeah, the guardian of the secret something or other, lord of the what's it, keeper of the thingamy. Yeah, most people call me Ferro Rocher.
Get out of here.
It's a chocolate coating.
Chocolate and hazelnut crunch.
It is so
You
rare
show us
that
the
we
nuts
have
part and
guests.
you're disowned.
Please. Eric, you've just
Normal compared
and
to
we are live. Right.
Oh, they should have been live with talking about my weird ass fucking carpeting.
The pizza I was originally talking about is called a banana curry pizza.
Interesting.
And so it's
I'll do it.
tomato sauce, cheese, smoked ham, banana, and curry powder.
That's interesting.
Okay.
All right.
Cultural thing, but I know about curries. There's a common South Indian curry called a Malay curry. This is kind of like Sri Lanka. This is out towards the islands, more towards the equator. Whereas the North Indian curries are the ones that tend to be drier and more spicy because you're up in the mountains. The very South Indian curries tend to be very sweet with lots of fruit. They tend to be very red in color, but they also tend to have a good punch behind them. So just a chili kick. Not a huge amount of spice flavor, just a chili kick. But the Malay curry, whatever meat you choose, it's usually like king prawn or something for a Malay, comes with banana and pineapple in the sauce, as well as almonds and sultanas. Whereas if you go for a common mild curry in the UK, something like a korma, which is a much drier, thicker, almost like a something you'd baste chicken in. This kind of sticks to the chicken. That's almonds, coconut, lots of cream or yogurt, and lots of dried fruit as well. And I tend to go for the high flavor, low heat, or high spice, which is high flavor, but low chili. I don't go for really hot curries anymore. I can't really take them. But yeah, if you ever end up in a curry shop with me, I'll help you navigate the menu.
Apparently there are a couple of pizzerias that also offer the Tropicana pizza, which also has pineapple on it.
Yeah. Adam, just stop sticking your finger in it, mate. Or if you're going to keep sticking your finger in it, at least lick your finger first.
So, on a lighter note, according to my
Not
mail, my Marlowe mini has been delivered.
I mean, you're like going in raw dogging and like bone dry. I mean, no wonder your doctor's not happy with you, dude. God, I'm sure I've got an Elvis song that would sum that one up.
Oh, God. All right. So, are we at the cave
No
now?
pillow biting here.
Okay, you've landed.
And I'm not talking about the entrance that Adam's talking about. I'm
He's
talking about
just
the
not
cave.
allowed.
You've landed,
Take
and
away the
the
ball.
Falcon is kind of powered down. Marlo, can I get a D20 Arcana roll from you, please?
Good luck, Marlo.
You know, one of Will Wheaton's bull terriers is called Marlo.
No, 16.
The other one, I can't remember the name of the other one, but the other one died beginning of lockdown. But his surviving bull terrier is called Marlo. 16.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton, Wesley Crusher.
Wheaton.
Wait,
Damn you,
what?
Wheaton!
Shut up, Wesley!
Like some cool whip.
Marlo, you notice a button above all the
The what?
landing equipment, up near where you saw instructions for the weapon systems.
My favorite.
You notice a button that has a symbol that you interpret as guard mode. Let's call it Sentry Mode.
Ooh. Hey, big guy.
Completely unbidden by everyone, you decide that this would be a good idea to push.
Well, I was gonna let the okay, then I'll push it.
You push the button, nothing happens. Only Pump can operate the Falcon.
Right, that's what I figured. Hey, big guy.
Testing.
That button
So
up
when
there.
you hit
If I read
it
that
does a little
right, it
chirp.
says Sentry or guard mode. So that might be basically. So we may want to put that activate that while we're outside.
All right.
It goes beep, beep.
Let's do it.
Do it.
The reason why I've been so verbose about the flight mechanics is that later on you're going to be doing what could best be described as evasive flying, as well as offensive and defensive flying. So I've been very verbose about the mechanics of how the Falcon flies, because when you start yanking and banking and feeling the need for speed, you need to be able to know what you're doing, and I'm going to be asking you what you're doing rather than telling you what you're doing.
Yeah, but can this Falcon do the Kessel run in 12 parsecs?
You've done about 1,000th of a parsec so far, so no, not really.
We're feeling it out.
Baby steps, Brian. Baby steps.
Sam, can you give me an investigation roll, please?
Ooh, those are good too. Ooh, I like these green dice. They roll so good. Wait,
What's
you
going
said
on?
investigation?
Investigation.
Yep.
Oh my, okay.
What'd you get? Like 32?
24.
Okay.
Those ones I got you?
Nice for me.
As all of you are kind of climbing out of your seats and heading down the kind of where the floor kind of splits down into stairs to descend the Falcon, Sam's digging around in her little backpack of holding, and she pulls out what looks like a set of gold dice on a chain and just hangs it up.
Oh, yes.
We don't have Cool
Wait,
Ranch,
wait,
by the
wait.
way.
Sam doesn't
Can
know what that
we-
means yet because she hasn't seen that Star Wars film yet.
Is that like
What?
ketchup?
But
you have
can
ketchup?
we make them silver just to put like a little bit of silver into this gold thing?
No, they're definitely 2 gold dice on a chain.
That makes me sad.
You don't have Cool Ranch? That just registered. What the hell?
It's because you were deep in your debate there, Sam. That's why you.
Why would you have
was.
Cool
kinda
Ranch
glossed
on a
over it.
pizza?
No, on chips. Cool Ranch
Well,
chips. They're
Now,
so good.
we also just don't have ranch. Ranch is not a
Um,
thing here. So,
It's
Oh.
starting to
I'm
pop up
not,
in
I'm
the
not
UK.
going there.
yeah.
Since Tim
I'm never
Hortons
going to
is
visit you.
I'm not a huge fan of ranch, of Cool Ranch. I like ranch, but not Cool.
since Tim Hortons has come over here, that Chipotle is starting to get quite common. Well, I am seeing Chipotle in the supermarket now. You can get ranch dressing in the supermarket, but it's more as a salad dressing than a
That's what
dipping
it is.
sauce. So you wouldn't find it next to the ketchup. You'd find it in the kind of salad dressing section.
Yep.
But things
There
like
are-
all of Paul Newman's dressings are available over here.
I was waiting where that was coming out.
There
Well,
are
I
I
missed
had to.
barbecue style Doritos, and I haven't tried those yet.
Those are available. Yep, I like the flaming hot ones.
I don't get. I haven't seen.
You mean
those.
bold barbecue? The
No,
purple
it just
kind?
says barbecue style.
Whoa, I don't have
I haven't
those
seen those
here.
either.
Yeah, because if it said barbecue, the European Commission would insist that there is actual barbecue sauce in it.
Right.
Whereas barbecue style just has to have barbecue flavor.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the same as the spicy Doritos, like the black bag.
Oh, true.
the roulette ones. Those I did try
Those-
those ones.
We do
Oh.
have
Boy, I haven't eaten
What's
Doritos in
the-
a long time. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
there's
know.
spicy
Love
Doritos. I
Doritos.
can't. It's just spicy, not
There's
the
like-
cheese. I think.
6 or 7 different flavors now of Doritos.
The one I'm talking about, there's one in it comes in a black bag in the UK. I think it's called
Oh,
roulette.
sweet chili
Biggest-
heat. It's
or-
my favorite.
Oh yeah, we have that too. We have
It's,
that
it's
too.
basically
I
Russian
can't
roulette.
get all dressed, all dressed for ketchup chips.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
The Russian
I know I've
roulette
seen
ones,
something.
the vast majority of the bag are plain or mild, but every so
Yeah.
often there's one extra hot one just mingled
And it's
into the
really
bag.
hot.
And
when,
it is literally
when it's,
Russian
yeah.
roulette. What I find though is that because the bags get jiggled around, they all kind of taste hot, and then
Right.
you just get
yeah,
one
I
that
don't
kind of
find
cripples
a
you.
huge difference, but there are some that are just like, holy fuck.
My-
What?
My brother and I did a thing when I went to the States for his 40th birthday, called the. I don't know if you guys heard of the One Chip Challenge.
Yep.
Yeah, the one
I have, yeah.
challenge.
Well, this is made by
The Packy or
this
something
one
like
chip
that?
company. This is a different thing, made by one chip company, and also I can't remember the name of the chip company, but they work together with the guy that owns the Pucker Butt Pepper Company.
This is the is this the Reaper ones or the Ghost Pepper ones?
No, this is Pepper X,
Oh, okay. So this is synthetic.
and
Pepper
it
X.
comes with 2 chips individually wrapped, and it comes with a little coin, and whoever goes the longest after eating chip
Oh my
without taking a
gosh.
drink gets the coin. So I have the coin somewhere.
It's basically like a full
Oh.
synthetic 5-weight 30.
Oh, it was
God, that stuff performs well at cold
awful.
temperatures.
I was gonna say how hot was
awful.
it?
My
Yeah,
God.
it's supposed to be like beyond Ghost Pepper heat.
No, it's Pepper X is a thing. It's Ed.
Man, I thought the
something, I
Reaper
can't-
sauce that I've had from
It's
Alice
the
Cooper
same
was
guy
pretty
that invented the Carolina Reaper. He invented Pepper X, but I don't think it's official yet. Like it hasn't been officially taken
Patented?
down by Guinness. as
Isn't
the-
it not just synthetic capsaicin? It's not
No.
actual real chili. It's just
No, because
synthetic.
this guy actually like this is what he does. He grows
Yeah,
hot peppers.
it's his goal basically. Like
That
To
he
does sound
murder
like
wants
my
to
everybody
make
brother-in-law.
sure
inside?
that he's doing it naturally.
And he wants to make sure that he has the hottest pepper at all times.
Exactly.
My brother said that he has like a small little thing with a dropper that's just like pepper extract,
Yep.
like Reaper extract, and he'll just every once in a while just put a few drops on his tongue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if any of
That
you
guy's
think
nuts.
that when we're doing D&D in person that you need to be resurrected, you're gonna
We'll do
suffer
that.
for it.
Yeah. Wait, we don't. Oh God. Oh,
You better not die.
Oh God. No,
So,
no.
Instead of a diamond that's like 3,000 gold pieces, there's just one like Dorito that's like individually foil wrapped and comes with like thick rubber gloves. And right, yeah, go ahead, resurrect. Go on. Screw the dice. Go on.
Oh, here we go.
Anyway, the Falcon has landed.
Yes. So, we press the
Sentry button.
guard mode, whatever.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get out and look around, I guess.
Okay,
Yep.
you step down onto the what is basically just a rocky, crumbly, very very coarse, sandy incline. You kind of the ground would have been completely flat, but this looks like a riverbed once flowed through here and has carved a canyon out of the dirt. So where above you, you've got like rocky cliffs on either side. You've got very undulating and uneven kind of rocky riverbed with boulders and stones and bits of gravel kind of floating around. And then either side of you, you can see that as going up the side, there are small black holes that look like cave mouths in the side of the rocks. To your right, you see probably the closest you can find to the description that the Wanderer gave you, where you've got a long, thin kind of fissure in the rock and tiny little caves just dotted around in it. I'm trying to see if I can show you a picture. Wait for it to focus. You can see what looks like small square shapes carved into the stone at the mouth of these kind of caves and fissures. So some of these caves look like they're quite big from the outside. And you've got what would be like a small hut or a building that's basically been carved out of sheer rock, with just like some of them have little small squares for windows. The whole section, the whole fissure in the rock is about 20 or 30 feet above you, and it's a small gradual incline up towards the level. You can see that the ground here is quite well worn, as many people have walked up and down it over the years.
Same. Good choice. Okay. Are there any sort of? Well, I don't need any light. Is it like?
It's mid-morning.
Immediately dark. Well, yeah, but I just mean in the cave. Is there any?
You can't see into the cave. They're completely black. From where you are, it's about 30 or so feet away. You can see the small kind of buildings that have been chiseled out of the rock at the very face at the mouth of the cave, and then further back into the fissure, it just goes completely black. You don't see any evidence of habitation. No smoke from fires, no people moving around, no like odd baskets or brooms around anywhere. It's just this fissure in the rock with these small stone carved buildings.
Okay, listen, guys. I know I'm never the rational one, but This dude did talk about something big and scary that could be in this cave, and I don't want to die. So we should probably plan ahead. How we do that, I don't know.
Plan ahead.
Yeah.
When have we ever done that?
They said snakes. What's the best way to kill snakes? Did we check to see if there's any secret freaking cute compartments in the Falcon that have weapons in them? That would be cool. Or potions.
Did we?
Maybe there's snake killers.
There was
did.
cargo space, wasn't there?
Let's go check.
There was cargo space, but that was the section that turns into stairs as you descend down. There was a couple of cabinets, but you didn't really open up any of the other panels.
Yes, let's go do that. You're a god, man. It probably came fully loaded.
Can we go look?
Yes.
If you want to go back and look, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Let's do that.
we're really close, right?
Yeah, we should be.
You head back to the Falcon. As you approach the Falcon, you see the head swivel and look in your direction and follow you as you approach.
Whoa.
Nothing else happens apart from that, and you walk up, operate the kind of spinning disc and open the door in the belly of the bird, stepping inside.
Okay, I will start on the left and start looking and stuff.
You can see that there is the inside of the Falcon has almost like a quilted effect. It's all solid metal, but it has the effect of quilted stitching. So if you imagine like a thick blanket, and then it's got like long horizontal stitches that kind of make a little bulging ribbed pattern in the wall. But this is all solid metal. It's purely for effect. Mr. Pump, when he was exploring in this last episode, found that a couple of the panels that he touched, little runes would appear, and then he could operate like a disc that will open up certain sections.
Okay, so I feel like I remember something about the cargo when we did the disc.
Go to that wheel thing that opens up certain sections.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like I remember that being on there.
Okay.
So I'll use.
You rotate your hand around, press, and because the Falcon is actually vertical at the moment, the body of the Falcon is vertical. The doors, which would normally kind of hinge open like bins on an airliner, like the overhead compartments, they open vertically. So you see on either side of the doorway, the kind of ribbed padded sections just gently go click and just swing open on their own. There are 2 lower compartments, there are 2 upper compartments that you can't really get to at the moment, but if you climbed up the stairs, you'd be able to reach them. They're all empty.
They're just small compartments.
They're pretty big. I mean, if you imagine like a large locker that you might get in a gym, maybe 5 feet tall, 1.5 feet wide, and about 2 feet deep. So there's reasonable space in there.
Okay.
Use these things for smuggling, kid. Never thought I'd be smuggling myself.
You said the top is empty too, or
all the compartments are empty.
Okay.
No, like Pharaoh Louis Vuitton bags that come tumbling out or anything.
They are
That's okay.
empty, not they
I don't
appear empty, right?
Well, unless you're going to fully investigate and give me dice rolls.
I'm doing it. I'm down, and also I don't think Louis Vuitton has
nothing.
Ah! Jericho, you're gonna.
Mr. Pump bangs his head on the first door. Mr. Pump is distracted by the bun that's kind of scampering around on the sand outside.
I got a 17 on an investigation.
Okay, Marlowe picks one of the lower compartments. You kind of reach in and kind of run your hand over the inside and the seams. There's nothing in it that you can see, but you're looking for any kind of hidden panels or anything like that. You find nothing.
Okay. I got nothing.
Sam?
18.
Say again?
18, sorry.
18. You do the same. You take one of the upper compartments. You kind of climb. You literally almost climb into it. Running your hands around the corners, looking for any kind of hidden doors or panels that could pop open. It's completely empty. It's absolutely immaculate. Not a spot of dust in there anywhere.
Beautiful. Okay.
But no custom Louis Vuitton luggage.
It'd have to be camouflage, and I don't think they come in that.
They do have camo jackets at least.
Okay, I'll take a jacket.
This is a pharaoh. The luggage will be gold with little kind of hieroglyphs on it.
That would be freaking cute too.
Funnily enough, I do know a little bit about Louis Vuitton bags. Anyway.
Yes.
Okay, so no weapons, no equipment in the Falcon. Only what you have in your possession. Only your items. Weapons were you looking for?
Oh, I don't know. What if the Falcon's freaking cool itself? Why didn't it could come with something cool?
Like a barbecue fork or something to attack a snake with.
Yeah, I'd do it.
We have our own weapons, we have our daggers and our swords and.
No, I know, but the Falcon is freaking cool. Okay, I thought maybe it could have some cool stuff.
Oh, it does have some cool stuff. You're just not getting any of it yet.
We just haven't gotten to it yet.
You little bugger. Okay, fine. And
I believe I did mention the fact that I saw something that appears, a panel that appears to talk about weapons.
That's
I just haven't had a chance to fully sit there and decide, work on it yet.
Eric, that's just hideous.
I know, isn't it?
Oh, God.
Oh, it's all about the flex, isn't it? I blame Instagram. Anyway, yeah, you're not going to get like a full-on weapons locker in this kind of Falcon. This is a pleasure craft for the Pharaoh to enjoy, like a little flyover of his kingdom. This is purely a pleasure craft. It's not a combat ship.
Not yet.
Famous last words. Okay, are you going back to the Rockfisher?
Yep.
I say yes, we do.
Okay, so you head back to the guy fishing for rocks. You go up to as you get closer to these small kind of carved stone buildings, you realize they're actually quite small. Where you'd expect like a small habitable building to be maybe 7 feet tall and about maybe 5 or 6 feet square. So about a meter or two square. These are really small. Super Void, welcome. They're almost half-sized. Kind of like they were made for like a child's playhouse or something like that. About that kind of scale. You also notice that they're completely empty. These carved stone buildings, they are literally carved from a solid chunk of stone. There's no seams, there's no brickwork. It is basically a cube with a square doorway cut out on one side and a square window cut out in the other. The stonework is immaculate. Just very well worn by hundreds of years of sand erosion. So the corners are worn smooth. On some of the walls that would be perfectly straight, you see where sand has come around the edge and been blown along the surface. It's created little kind of streaks and little fissures along the flat surface.
Very cool.
Are you buying that one, Sam?
I mean, no.
It would match your fingernails.
Well,
did you ever get those done?
No, I don't know. I
bought her camouflage fingernail transfers.
They're right here.
Yeah, that was before Christmas, so she could have Christmas fingernails.
But I have to get fake nails with it because my nails are too tiny to fit them.
Yeah.
Sam doesn't
how,
do nails.
have you ever tried wiping your ass with nails that are as long as?
Every office building I've ever worked in has a cleaning crew, and they've all got nails that are longer than my penis.
Well, I don't get it.
Which varies from this to about this.
The nails, I'm assuming.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Depends on how cold it is outside.
Depends what kind of mood I'm in.
Oh yeah, that was the random question I was gonna ask as Dixie. That random one that you always have to randomly do the check for. It was gonna be like, can my nips cut diamonds yet? Can my nips cut diamonds yet? Can they cut diamonds yet? I mean,
you've got a bag of diamonds. You can kind of find out for yourself.
How awesome that would be for Dixie. Comes across a rock, she can just do it.
Anyway.
Brian, can your printer print out a picture of a snake?
It's a photo box.
Yeah, I know. So it can't just like draw a snake. All right, can someone draw a snake? I want to show a snake to the Bun Bun and see how it reacts.
I shall draw a snake with chalk.
Okay.
I am so thinking of the Archer episode right now. It looks like a loaf of bread.
God, I'm so far behind an Archer. It's not funny.
Kush, kush, kush.
The rogue draws a relatively decent rendering of a snake, with some stripes and patterning and slightly open mouth and the forked tongue. The Bun Bun looks on in curiosity. It seems to recognize what's being drawn. It also seems to be aware that it's a drawing, not a real snake. Looks up at you, cocks one ears, and does one thump. And then shakes its head and kind of hops off to investigate something else.
How's that percentage doing on Google?
A little hand pops up, erases it, and writes in a 6.
You already hit you there. You back in 6 again?
The update stalled.
Okay.
Man. Oh, this is rough.
I'm going to keep moving on to the... Do I see the cave?
So you're standing at the opening of the fissure in the rock, and you've got these kind of carved buildings out of solid stone. As you look into the fissure, that's where you see that the entire section, this is like a little plateau, and this whole thing is like a very shallow cave that runs back into the rock. Where that starts to disappear into darkness, you can just about make out that there are some small openings in the very, very back wall. They're about 20 or 30 feet away. You can just about make it out in the very dim light. But you're standing in very bright morning sunlight where you are.
Shall we? I'm gonna head into the fissure.
Okay, can I get a perception roll from you, please, Mark?
I'm gonna follow him in.
Okay, same from you then, Eric.
Ooh, nat 20, 25.
Okie doke.
See, I got a 2, and my perception is -2.
Okay, so Eric trips over the Bun Bun. Mark, as you get closer and your eyes start adjusting to the darkness, you see that this kind of, if you imagine this is the face of the cliff, you've got a little flat section and then this long fissure that goes back into the rock face. It's about 30 or so feet into the mountain or into the cliff edge. And then you can see that there are some very small holes that might have maybe water's been draining down through the rocks and made a little kind of escape hole and rivulets. Some of the caves are quite large, and 2 in particular are huge. They're about 15 or so feet tall. 2 very oval kind of openings that would look like the eye sockets of a skull. Around you, you see lots of small rocks and little boulders and lots of sand. You also notice that there are some scratch marks in the rocky surface, not just in the sand, but in the rock, leading to or from those two large cave openings. And as you get closer, you notice that there are claw marks around the edges of these oval-shaped openings.
Interesting. Definitely something's been living here. There's claw marks around here.
You also notice, because it was a 25, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You also notice that the ground leading up to it is completely swept smooth of any sand or debris. At least very fine debris. The bigger stuff is there. But it looks as if this is something that's well travelled, and this particular path is very, very clean. Apart from the odd, like, fist-sized boulder here and there, it's very clean. It's just bare rock with quite a lot of scratch marks in it. Everywhere else, there seems to be like a light dusting of sand over everything.
And we're really back to the party that this is a very well-worn path, and with definite marks on it. Something's been coming in and out. Shall we continue?
My gut says no, but my
Wallet says
Greed
yes.
says yes.
Curiosity says
yeah.
Your backpack of holdings writing checks your body can't cash. As you get closer to the opening, it's completely black. You can't see anything beyond the surface of these two oval-shaped caves. What you can see is they look like there's been some form of ancient cave painting done around the entrance. So going around each of these big ovals, you see what looks like the long, undulating body of a snake painted around the cave mouth on both eye sockets.
Oh, we're going into the chamber of motherfucking secrets.
Something
We're
like
gonna
that.
fight a basilisk, and I'm scared.
Any of you speaks parcel tongue?
No, but I can cast a spell too.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. Wrong universe, but okay. Yeah, it would be really easy to do a Harry Potter D&D game.
It would be.
It would,
Oh, sure.
especially for
It's
me.
so great. Oh goodness. Okay, so is it just the snake, or you said that there's actual like markings that say something too, just in a different?
They look like very ancient cave paintings. They're very crude depictions of men, like stick men holding spears. There's a lot of depictions of snakes crawling on the ground, or what look like they're almost crawling up a vertical surface. So if this was a cave full of snakes, this is obviously the place.
Why's it always gotta be
I mean-
snakes?
I guess I don't have to worry about snakes. Unless they're magic snakes, then maybe.
Or big ass
Well,
snake.
they have +2 vorpal teeth.
Jesus.
Or they've got like
No!
carbide-tipped fangs or something.
Don't give the GM
We're
any
out of
ideas.
here.
Diamond-tipped
care.
fangs.
I don't care if that ruby is bigger than the freaking Falcon out there. We're gone.
Well, it's up to you guys.
Teeth.
What do you think that we should do?
Well, I
We're
got the
already
remedy.
here. I have a
Yes,
lantern.
but there's a
Light.
big difference when you're already there between living and dying. That's all.
Okay, Mark, how close is Marlowe to the openings of these caves?
Probably standing in the opening of one of them.
Okay.
at this point.
On the wall, right above you, quite high above you, so you hadn't noticed it until now, but you're right up against, you pretty much like can reach out and touch the wall. Right above you, maybe 10 or 15 feet above you, you see what looks like a serpent design kind of in that wiggly pattern with the kind of stripes and the diamond patterns painted into the body. But you have like almost like the impression of a head, almost like a cobra head, kind of hooking over. And rather than 2 eyes and fangs, you see one giant ruby eye.
Oh shit.
And the big red eye is faceted. It's painted, but it's painted to depict facets.
Oh, okay, so it's a painting.
Oh, so you're going off
It's
that
a
wrapper.
Cyclops snake.
You're going off that wrapper that
It's the one-eyed yogurt warrior.
What a gem in his head. Okay, so
I think there's something wrong if it's red though too.
It'll probably be
We should see a
purple-headed.
doctor about that.
It'd be the one-eyed purple-headed yogurt warrior, wouldn't it?
Purple people eater.
Purple people
I
pleaser.
pointed out, I'm like, if this is the gem, it's in the eye of the snake. It's a cycloptic.
Not the beholder?
Well, the buns have one eye and they have Eldritch Blast.
Now,
So-
as you look more carefully at this one-eyed, jewel-eyed snake, you see around the base of this snake, there's lots of other smaller snakes.
Okay, so
Are
maybe
do they
it's
also have one eye?
They've got no... They're so small that you can't really see anything other than the curvy body and then the basic patterning on the snake body.
Okay.
Well, that's either the snake is. That could be a statue of a god.
Is it a queen
like-
snake? Is that the queen snake? Is that how snakes work? Pretty
Hey,
sure.
I don't
Okay,
know,
give me a
look what-
D20 check for genitals. Now you see how that worked.
Is this where it starts?
This is where it started.
Where it starts.
19.
Kinda
As you're
lift up
not
the skirt.
familiar with snake genitals and none of them are wearing skirts, you can't tell. But that's how it started.
So, are we doing this or not? Do you want to investigate or do?
I'm
I
just gonna
think
go for it.
the real question is how bad do we need this ruby? Because we would have to fight this thing in order to get it if this thing is correct.
Isn't this what
And-
you wanted?
Well, to fight a big ass snake that is going to kill us? No.
How do you know it's going to kill
So
us?
many assumptions just kind of coming out of nowhere, aren't they?
Now with the antidotes,
No.
is that the same as all the other potions? As I would only have access to 4 of them at a time?
Yes, until they magically restock themselves, and you don't yet know how long that takes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because the healing potions have been used like in sparingly, so there's always been like a large amount of time between when I've used them.
is you're stingy, yeah.
Well, it's because I
Okay.
got built-in healing.
Wheezing the juice.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Is it just like a one-way continuation in the
Well,
like are there
there's these two, what looks like two big eye sockets.
right,
These
yeah.
oval eye sockets. For all you know, they could just lead into the same place. You haven't gone any further than the mouth of the cave.
Can I see with my dark vision, my red golem vision?
If you get right up to the face of the cliff edge, then yes, you'll be able to see inside.
Yeah. I'll go up and
You see
Have
what
a look.
looks like a tunnel that's been cut by flowing water. So it's almost like a tube. The ground is very lumpy and bumpy all the way around. It's almost like there's rings of ripples in the rock. There are stalagmites and stalactites dotting around, and it does look like both of these eye sockets do connect about 10 or 15 feet back into the cave. You also notice that the cave opens up just after they connect, but you can't see much more than that from here.
Now I'm kind of wondering, if I engage the headdress, what happens to the pictograms? Do
On
I
the-
get like descriptions, maybe?
You can try it and see what happens. Just checking who's in the room. Hey, Tony has been lurking as always. Thank you very much, sir.
Do I have the staff with me?
Did you take it with you?
I didn't remember to, so guess not.
Let's see. Did Eric remember to bring the staff with him? Let me roll a d20. Yes, he did.
Yes. Ah,
That was a 15. You're finally catching a break.
thank God. Okay. Thank Offler. Can I just want to fiddle with that a little bit, see if anything happens?
Okay. It starts off like a small flashlight sized, like a 3 AA flashlight. As you're kind of playing around with it in your hand, it extends out to the length for the control surface. Are you kind of fiddling with it nervously?
I'm
Or
sorry, say that again.
Are you nervously fiddling with it, or are you looking for something in particular?
I'm looking for like buttons or.
Okay, give me an
anything.
investigation roll then.
10, 7.
7. Okay. You're kind of like very clumsily running your hands over it. Once it extends into its first position, which is like the flight control length, it's about 3 feet long. Which is like Mr. Pump sized, about the size of a human arm. The runes glow on it very, very gently. You keep fiddling about with it, you're kind of twisting it, you're kind of bending it, you're kind of flexing it, you're kind of knocking it against the side of the cliff, and then it extends again. This time, it's extended out to about 6 feet long, and it's kind of significantly grown in girth. So, rather than being like a thin, like almost like a cocktail stick in Mr. Pump's hands, this now kind of fills your hands quite nicely. It's a good handful.
Yeah, good.
You also
Any more than a handful's too much.
You also notice that the runes are not just glowing gently, they're kind of pulsing, throbbing.
All right. Okay.
So I'm just
gonna
going to
make
do a
him
quick
choke.
D20. I want to see what it's going to take to get Eric to choke on
I'm
a
going to check
Dorito.
for genitals.
I got a 9. This should be pretty easy.
What am I doing exactly?
You're just fondling your big stick. Your throbbing, glowing, extending big stick.
I rolled a 4. I don't know what that...
Okay, hang on. Right. Hang on. Okay. As you're kind of fiddling with the staff, are you kind of pointing in any particular direction, or are you just kind of playing around with it while everyone else is busy?
If I were holding it, I would probably have it like this, so it's like pointing diagonally. Yeah.
Okay. Once it's extended to its full length and it kind of like grows in thickness, there's a loud crack. All of you hear this. It's a searing hot sound as the staff discharges in Mr. Pump's hand. doing 37 points of fire damage to one of the nearest carved stone buildings. You've shot a clean firebolt directly at one of the buildings, taking out one of the walls and causing the bun to dive out of the way.
You know when you do something embarrassing, you look around to see if anybody else saw you do that embarrassing thing. That's what Mr. Pump does.
And we are
Did I
all
do
staring
that?
at it, by the way.
Yeah. It's when you you're in like polite company and you suddenly have to do that. It is a staff of firebolt. It does 6d8 damage.
Oof.
Not bad.
Because
Not bad.
it's firebolt, you do have to roll a ranged attack.
Okay.
But this was an accidental discharge.
It's got a hair trigger.
Premature, if you will.
Yeah. Premature discharge.
Premature ejaculation.
The bun's not happy. He's scowling at you.
Do I have any bun treats?
No.
No. Okay.
You don't have any pockets.
Right. Can I ask? I know the ranger isn't here, but can we pretend the ranger's here?
Let's assume that the ranger's been petrified and you've just shoved him in one of the cargo compartments. He's in suspended animation.
We went and opened one. When we opened the cargo compartments, oh, this is perfect size.
There we go. We're good. He's
Ranger's
good.
there, frozen in carbonite.
Right.
Oh, it's
Wake
you.
up.
I know.
It makes me think of the Family Guy version when they release him from carbonite. Just a fart. Sorry. Yeah, that's been building for a while. Oh man, no, I am so embarrassed.
Never eat tacos before carbon freeze.
Okay.
So, you have an artifact. You have an artifact that is not only a tool, but it's a weapon, if used in
Yes.
the right hands. Just watch where you go waving that thing around.
Staff of fire, maybe?
Firebolt.
Yeah, I know.
68 damage. So it's like a laser beam, then like a fireball, like a burning ball. It's like a very tightly focused beam of red hot energy.
Kind of like my laser eyes.
Well, it also gives you a very good idea of what Sentry Mode on the Falcon might do.
Oh, yeah.
Zap, zap. Zap, zap.
I'm curious about
Maybe sunbeam.
how does the
I'm pretty
Falcon...
sure sunbeam does like 6x8 or something like that.
How does the Falcon know what to
You're a
look
golem.
for? Right. No, I
Because
get
it's
that.
imprinted on everyone.
I get that I'm a golem and it's gonna notice.
Well, to be fair, if anybody walks up to it with a crowbar, it's going to be a bit pissed.
Right, but I'm just wondering if I'm not with the party.
We can't
You're
get
the
into it
pilot.
anyway because
Right.
You're also
So if-
carrying the staff.
If other people approach without me,
We'll cross that one when we come to it.
okay.
chances are you're gonna have to be the one to get because you're the only one who can operate it. You're the only one who can get us in.
You're the only one that can open the door.
Yeah, I also is there a remote for this thing?
No.
Because I really want to turn off the alarm and go bleep bleep.
There's no golem fob.
The fob is
Giggity.
It's like walking through a cave and you just hear wah, wah. Oh, God, I turn the alarm on. I press the panic button.
That's nasty.
So you want that?
Okay, so yeah, staff of fireball. What are you guys doing?
Mostly ducking at the moment.
Mhm.
You guys should come check out this cave, and stop thinking about how I blew a hole in the wall by accident. Please.
Fine.
Sure. Yep. I pull out my lantern, my hooded lantern, and light it up, and we're gonna walk in.
Okay, you proceed in. Are you all going in?
Okay.
This
You're
is
the one that wanted to come here, so put your bets in, and we're coming in.
this is tall enough for even Mr. Pump to walk in comfortably. He doesn't have to duck or scooch down to do this.
So what happened with the pictograms?
Pictograms?
Yeah. With my helmet?
Oh, right. So you've engaged your helmet. You kind of fumble around the
Grace,
collar,
you still
like,
have not
randomly
got your
pressing
PJs
keys.
on.
Helmet
Holy
pops up.
crap.
What mode are you hoping for? I say hoping for.
Well, because at one point I got readings on the screen when I was looking around at things. I'm just wondering if it's doing any type of interpretation
Okay.
of the pictogram.
You stab around at what like the kind of piano key shapes that are around the collar of the helmet.
Yep.
Cycling through what looks like a night vision mode, or your thermal mode, or your zoom in or zoom out mode, and you go into what looks like an auto enhance kind of mode. Not quite night vision, but everything is like outlined very clearly. The pictograms, when you look up, you see almost like it flashes and it registers, and then it kind of draws around all the drawings and starts searching through a database of religious information. The snakes. Are you doing this before everyone else goes in?
Yeah, like I said this before
Okay.
you were doing the thing with
the snakes do trigger some data within the helmet, but it can't give you anything more than a couple of very random references. The snake with the giant ruby for an eye also trips a reference, but it can't give you any data. Something's recognized, it's in the database, but it's unable to display the information. It might be restricted.
But does it seem like it would have any type of religious connotation?
Yes.
So could be stepping on someone else's toes here like I did before. I gotta be so careful, man.
Well, how friendly are you with your god? We haven't really discussed this, have we? Since you've died and come back to life.
Well, that was involuntarily. Like I'm still dedicated to Offler.
Okay. He might not see it that way. We haven't really discussed this yet.
I know.
You haven't really had a chance to like kind of sit down and have a chin wag with the old deity.
Hey, honestly, it wasn't my fault.
So I just bang on the ceiling with a broom because you want to talk to the man upstairs.
Oh my. My.
Okay, so yes, they are triggering responses by the helmet, but you can't get any information. Some of the symbols that are popping up you don't fully recognize, but as best you can make out, it's secret or restricted or no access. You need that level 5 clearance.
Quick question.
Gotta go back to the temple and
What-
see if I can get the lockout on this.
What spell level would the firebolt be at?
It wouldn't, because it's just a magical weapon.
Yeah.
All I can tell you at the moment is the damage that it's doing.
Okay. All right, we'll just leave it.
You don't have the ability to cast it at a lower power, is what I'm saying. It's just point and shoot. You may have charge limits.
Okay. But I don't know what those are.
Not yet. Just keep shooting until it runs out of battery. Everything else for the golem is solar powered, so. Damn it, I'm gonna have to draw another colored triangle.
Hey, renewable energy.
At least it's not wind powered. Right.
That's just lame.
Are you proceeding?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm willing to proceed if everybody else
Moving.
is. Dragging the road
I
along.
imagine this is helping me see with the enhanced.
Yep, you can. You've got no need for using your cantrip once you're wearing the helmet. You can cycle through several different modes of vision, from like a green, grainy kind of starlight night vision through to thermal, through to like an edge enhanced, like a vector image view. Very high tech. It's very unlikely to you. It seems entirely unlikely that priests would use technomancy like this. It seems completely alien that a priest would have a device of high-tech magical power like this. You'd expect priests to have very simple weapons or very simple items because they're acting in the path of their god. This seems like something no priest would carry.
We're just forward thinking.
Not that forward thinking. If you're Omnian, perhaps. This seems more like something a crazy inventor would have built. But somehow one of the senior priests in the temple that you were staying at had this.
Those crazy gnomes.
And he wasn't the only one wearing one of these headdresses. Okay. You proceed into this kind of water-worn kind of tributary or small cavern. And after about 10 or 15 feet, you see that both of the tunnels kind of merge. There's loads of stalactites and stalagmites everywhere, but the cavern opens up. And you've got a very large 25, 30-foot ceiling, and it's a very large corridor leading down. It's still kind of round, so you're walking in the center of it. You're kind of splashing through the occasional puddle, and you're kind of dodging around small little stalactites that are... the stalagmites growing up where water's been dripping on a regular basis. So this looks like a natural cave formation, and it looks like it's been made almost entirely from erosion. It kind of wiggles and winds its way ahead of you for about 100 or so feet. And then there's what looks like a sharp right turn in the wall.
And all of this is enclosed overhead, right?
All completely enclosed overhead. So you're walking in a tunnel.
Pump? Be freaking careful, dude.
Careful where you point that thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be careful. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm careful.
Are you worried about caving?
You are literally notorious for grinding against rocks. So don't grind against the rocks.
Don't grind
will die.
rocks.
There's only one person here that least a dragon.
Yeah. The dragon can't do shit to us down here if we die.
Tell that to the
He
dragon.
won't fit.
Ah, you guys are so dead, aren't you?
I
Okay,
love how
you-
you and Adam both go
Yeah,
for
Adam
the
does
dragon.
that too.
You continue through. Again, you're kind of ducking around like columns of accumulated lime scale that have built up over the years. And you come to what looks like a left turn or a corner in the wall. You notice that there is like a stepped level going down. So there's like a second layer. So the ground is completely flat. It's kind of curled up at the edges and all ripply where stone and limescale and calcium deposits have built up. And it's kind of like a very shallow bowl shape where there's like this milky kind of limestoney water that you're standing in. There's another level down, about maybe 5 feet down, and there's like another layer of this. So like a pool that's built up over time, and the deposits have just been crystallizing around the edges to form a very shallow bowl. Is that sounding suitably mysterious?
So it looks almost like a geode.
Nope. It looks completely natural. The edges are all kind of wibbly wobbly. You can see lots of different thin strata layers as the lime scale and the salts have just built up over hundreds and hundreds of years. But you're standing in a very shallow puddle where water's been collecting and then drying up at the edges.
Cool.
Oh,
Cool,
okay.
not cool. Cool.
And with the materials you're talking about there, I'm wondering if it's mildly acidic as well.
Do you want to lick it and find out?
You stick my finger in.
Dixie, do you want to jump in?
Sam, go for a swim?
What?
You gonna go for a swim?
Look, if you want me to lick something, I'll lick it, but I don't want to swim in the acid again, okay? Just burns my tongue off.
What was the...
Hey, he said all we have to do is ask. Hey.
Okay,
are,
Sam.
Are the walls...
You kind of you reach down and you just kind of drag a fingertip through the liquid.
No!
Smell it. It smells like stale, like cavern water. It's very milky to the touch. It's got very fine silt, almost like dust or fine powder suspended in the water. And when you touch a tiny bit to your tongue, it tastes really chalky. Very, very high alkaline. No acid at all. So this is water that's been filtering through these rocks for thousands and thousands of years, picking up all the minerals and the deposits and then collecting in this little shallow pool that
Well,
you're
guys,
splashing through.
It's nasty as shit, but if you want to get your sodium in for the day, lick her up.
Real quick aside, what was the damage on that firebolt? Was it
68.
68, okay.
Did you want more?
No, I just want to make sure I was correct.
And now you know.
G.I. Joe.
No.
And knowing's half the
From
battle.
Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers. You want to know more? I did my part.
Would you like to know
Now
more?
you know, and knowing is half the battle. That's the only one I know.
That one's G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was right after the Transformers.
Oh, have you seen Lego released an Optimus Prime?
Yeah, I saw that because I follow Transformers on Twitter.
I don't want that so bad.
Right. As you step, are you stepping down?
Sure.
You're retiring?
Well, guys, I've done all I can.
It's been a good run.
I'm stepping down.
It's been a good game, and you went out there, you played your best, and we're a team, we're playing as a team, and everybody played real good, and I played real good. But that's Eden bedazzled, isn't it? Okay, you step down into the lower level pool. The rogue is kind of like examining it and kind of running the silty liquid through her fingers. Brian, you're the first to notice that there are more of these kind of levels leading down in a slight curve that almost makes it look like stairs. With your headset, it's reasonably apparent that these are not natural.
So the pattern looks too regular as opposed to being random and chaotic.
going down, the two that you've stepped on look entirely natural, but the ones going down are kind of going down in a very even curve, and they all seem to be about the same width. They still look the same, but they look like almost like somebody's tried really hard to make it look natural, but they're clearly stairs.
Well, it could be fractal.
I don't know, just don't trip.
No, fractal is in like
know.
a geometric sequence.
Everybody else just like gives no shits at the minute. This is gonna kill us all, is it?
Sorry, I'm making an item out of this staff in D&D Beyond.
Okay,
Sam just keeps looking deep in thought here.
I know.
Just keep thinking. Just keep thinking.
Okay, while you're kind of like eyeballing the inside of the tunnel, can I get perception rolls from everyone, please?
Oh, something decent. Fine.
I am thinking such
18.
I think that's a 12.
Why the hell is my
got a
printer not
20.
working?
I got a 23.
A 23?
A 23.
23?
Yeah, you have a bottle of water?
Here it is.
No, I got a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, all right.
It's,
Yeah, that's.
it's just wisdom, right? It's not like the.
Well, there
Oh,
should
yeah,
be
I don't have a. I'm not a perceptive person, so it's just the wisdom bonus. I don't get the proficiency.
Yeah, so I got a 12.
I got a 16.
12, 16. Who else?
I got 18.
18.
I got a jar of dirt.
Yes,
Okay.
so I did.
Anybody over 12, you notice a very unpleasant smell seems to be wafting through these caves. Not coming from the direction of the stairs, but coming from behind you.
Oh, no.
You hear what sounds like the sound of something scraping along the stone. Like something very sharp, like claws almost, scraping along the stone. And the smell gets worse.
What's behind us? I want to look behind us.
Can I get everyone to make a Constitution saving throw? You need a DC 15 on this one.
Wait, did you say it was a smell?
Smell.
Do
Mr.
I
Pump-
really need to roll
No,
for this?
Mr. Pump doesn't know anything. It doesn't smell.
Really hope like all of you start retching. All of you just start retching, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
What's the problem? Is it me? I'm so sorry.
Start scraping a little lichen under the. Mossy build-up.
Of course, I roll really good for the shit that doesn't matter, but this.
I'm right there with you.
I got a 9.
I got an 11.
Sick.
Okay, everybody who rolled below 15,
All of us.
you start retching. Kind of
Hey,
gagging
guys, see
and
if
coughing
thieves-
and struggling not to throw up as this foul odor kind of sweeps over you. The claws, the scratching sounds get louder and they get heavier and they get bigger.
Run.
Mr. Pump does notice this. And you see a shape moving through the cavern, following you. In the darkness, you make out what looks like a large, mud-spattered fur body, short rear legs, very long front legs, with huge, like 2 claws on each arm, pulling it forward. It appears to be some form of giant sloth. And that is where we are going to stop for tonight.
What?
Okay.
Because we are not going to get into the man-eating sloth of Clup on this episode.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Which is canon. This is a Pratchett thing.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Right. So we're gonna roll into that one next episode. We've only got like 20 minutes to go for tonight. I'm not gonna roll into a battle tonight.
Mhm.
And this is gonna be a tricky one.
Yeah, especially if it makes you vomit. Once it retch.
Yes. Hunter's Dash, multi-attack, claw, but foul loader in particular gives you, because you failed your DCs. You're not only retching, but you are disadvantaged on your next rolls, whether attack or ability check.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're just like struggling not to like dry heave right there in the cave.
Right.
So that is where we are going to park things for tonight. Marie's going to love this when she listens to this one in the morning. We need to find somebody to raid us. Who have we got left online? So, as always, audience, thank you very, very much. Yeah, kind of like a Deathclaw. Audience, thank you very much for sitting in, and I hope you enjoyed today's session. Next session is going to be on the 17th of June.
I don't know if I'm going to make that one. I'm going to be up in Vermont filming that weekend.
Okay.
I'm behind the camera, so.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, did he go off? He just
I
went
know.
offline, did he, Sam? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he only had one person, but I
Just
think it's
dropped
just because he had raided, so
Ah.
did not realize.
I will try to get. I'm going to be heading up after work, so I'll try and hook up and see if I can jump in from.
If you can join the call, well, maybe obviously not while you're driving, but if you can join in on the call at least, we can do dice rolling here for you.
Right. Yeah.
So that's a possibility. As long as you've got a character sheet, and you've got a rough idea of your stats, we can still get you in the game.
Yeah.
Is there a different day that week that maybe we could do? Because I will be gone as well. It's my Webster's family Christmas that weekend. Family Christmas, which we do in June, but so I'll be camping all weekend.
Yeah, it's a little early, isn't? Because I thought the expression was Christmas in July.
No, I know.
The Webster
That's
family,
we used to do it in November, and then they tore down the arena that we used to rent out to like have everybody there. So we started just being like, let's do it in the summer.
That's a big family.
It is huge. That's why we only do it once a year for this many people. And
it's
then
all the bun-bums they've got to take with them.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I can understand that because I have like my aunt had 7 kids, so my cousins is a
Catholic?
rather large extended family. No, actually Baptist.
Okay, just spring-loaded legs. Okay. Okay, so possibly
not camping in November.
Possibly game on the 17th, but we may have to push. If we push, that's going to be the 1st of July would be next game. So that's basically 4 weeks from now. But we'll see what happens.
I don't want that. That's why
After
I
my
want to try to
birthday.
hope that we can.
We'll see if we can kind of
find
do
another
something in
day.
between. Even if you're not able to make on the Friday, I can rebroadcast on the Friday for the folks. But in any case, guys, I know I always mention this, but as always, any bits, any donations, any subs are all being donated to Sam and her ongoing legal fund. She's very close to finally getting this bill paid off. I've got a Twitch payout that's pending, so I'll be kind of contributing that next time she streams, which might be this time next month at this rate. But yeah, if anything you want to donate, either click on that link and that will take you to a donation page. With Twitch donations, Amazon do not take a cut. So it's 100% goes to the broadcaster. So if you donate, 100% will go to that cause. If you're cheering or if it's subs, Amazon always takes their little cut. But anything I make on my channel is going to be donated to Sam as well. Or if you're feeling generous, then that's that link there. If everybody donated $1, that's going to take a big chunk out of what's left. What was the final? What's the running total at the minute, Sam?
I think we have 3 left. We're exactly 3 left.
So that's less than $1,000 now.
No, sorry, $3,000
$3,000
left.
Yeah. So I mean, literally, if every one of Sam's followers was to donate like $5, that's the entire thing gone. So every little helps, but anything that I make on my stream, I'm donating as well. So if you do want to donate either cheering here or bits here, that's great. I'll pass that on, or if you want to donate directly to Sam, that's the link there. I'm also going to throw out my socials. So videos or past episodes are cross-loaded to YouTube as well as kept on here. I always keep them on here as full-length clips. This week I do desperately need to do a workshop stream. I've got Sam's chain to repair, and I've got the piece that I'm going to be making for Dahlia to make a start on this week. I am also going down to London this week coming, so I'll see what I can get done over the weekend while I've got a couple of days free.
I need to work on as well.
So I may be streaming from the jewelry workshop tomorrow or Sunday. And this kind of like mini SLR camera that I'm running from now, I've got one of those directly over my workbench. So you'll get nice high quality 1080p zooms as I'm working. I just hope I don't set fire to the thing with the propane torch.
That would suck.
Fire bad.
Not ideal.
Okay.
Mark,
Do not firebolt it like.
thank you
Mr.
for
Pump the
donating. Mark just donated. Everybody tell on him.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Bullshit.
I don't see anything.
No, he donated to me because you said that. So that's very kind for everybody. And I love you all.
Well, that's very kind of you.
PayPal notifications.
Feel bad.
Okay,
We won't
who have we got? We've got T-Roy just about getting started. We've got James Lee already well into Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, you did come back on.
He's James is actually playing Final Fantasy VII Remake and Original. His wife is playing 7 on the PlayStation 1. And she was doing that last night. And he's playing the remake on PC tonight. And they're kind of alternating, apparently. So it's his wife's first time ever playing a computer game on anything. And she's playing Final Fantasy VII. Never played on a console, never played a mobile phone game. It's her first time playing a computer game of any sort. And she was playing, the two of them were streaming together, just to make it a little bit different.
That's freaking adorable. But we rated him last time and T-Roy only has 2 people. I don't know what
T-Roy's showing us offline still.
Oh.
I can see him.
He's online, but I've got no signal kind of flashing. We'll give T-Roy a minute, see if he can recover the stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got like a no signal. I've got like the guy kind of doing his hair.
Oh, he's probably having internet issues again. Because every once in a while, the stream would go along, and then all of a sudden he'd drop his signal, and then it'd take like a minute or 2 for it to come back.
True.
Yeah, because I think it's
Okay, aside from that, I think reasonably good session. Bit technical today. Very technical session.
okay.
We did need to cover the aerodynamics and the flight characteristics.
And how to run that, how to operate the plane.
James is getting off. James is rating out.
Okay, and T-Roy's just dropped completely.
Okay, so now we have to find somebody completely different.
Okay, well, I don't have anybody else really that's...
That was crazy.
Unless we're going to raid a Bob Ross stream. That's
2 seconds. I do have someone.
Well, the one that I
plays
have
very
is
interesting games.
the one guy from Michigan that we rated into from your stream, Sam, that was playing the Dark Alliance. He's on doing Tiny
Oh,
Tina's.
by the way, Dark Alliance is dropping off of Xbox Game Pass soon.
Oh, that sucks.
Which
oh
is?
god.
Dark Alliance, it's dropping off of Xbox Game Pass.
No!
Oh, I didn't see that.
I saw the update, day before yesterday. So that normally means it's like the final month that the game's going to be available before they.
Yeah, well, even still, like usually like if you're on Game Pass, like they'll usually throw like a 10 or 20% discount on the game.
Oh, there's a discount on it. You have to buy it, but I already bought it on Steam, which means I'm gonna have to buy it again.
We're gonna go see HD Max. And this time I'm gonna get the spelling right so that we end up in the right channel.
Okay, there's a dude called Doodle Nico that only has 1 viewer right now. He's funny and has a stupid sense of humor like us. He's
How do I
playing
spell that?
Stolen Realm. What?
How do I spell it?
DOODLE NICO.
Feel free to replace those with your very favorite raid emotes of your own. And let's
Invalid
give
username.
some happiness to HD Max. He's playing Final
So
Fantasy VII.
Doodle DOODLENICO.
Correct.
Okay, that didn't work. Odd. Might have to do it the old-fashioned way.
It's been we've got a lot done today. It's been a nice chill.
I can't find him at all. Even searching.
You can't find him?
Even searching the Twitch page, I can't find his.
That's very weird.
Oh, no, got him. There he is. Okay, Stolen Realm.
Yeah.
No idea what that is. Okie doke. Let's copy and paste. Control C. There's my slightly dodgy raid message.
900 years is all.
What, you don't like it?
That's still giving me invalid username. Do it through the dashboard.
Are you putting the @ symbol?
Yeah.
Don't put the @ symbol.
That's just /raid.
Yes. /raid, and you put the username. Don't put the @ symbol.
Okay,
For some
there we
reason, the last Twitch update, it messed that up.
Okay.
It don't
right.
like that no more.
Painful. Anyway, everybody, thank you for sticking with us. I hope you've enjoyed today's session. As I said, a bit of a technical mixed bag today. If you come back for next session, we should have some really good, decent combat. Because I'm kind of up in the ante on the monsters. They're going to be proper monsters.
No.
So yeah, we should have some fun on the next episode. But if you are going to be around this weekend, I should be doing some jewelry workshop streams. Definitely Sunday, maybe tomorrow. I've got Sam's chain to repair. I've got the feather to repair when she can get it to me. And I've also got this piece I'm going to be starting for Dahlia. And oh look, 3 kind of jade balls rolling around on my screen. We just need a sausage to add to it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right, thank you very much, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it. Stick around for the raid. We'll go and say hello to somebody new. And I'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.